think I have any reactions.
So yeah, I feel like it's either me or Soleil that should probably have it, or Venley too. Venley could, but I don't know if she uses reactions for anything.
I don't think I really have any. I have shield that I use reaction for.
Oh, I do have shield now because I have that shield that I can use. I forgot
to cast shield. The shield to cast shield.
The shield. You know, the shield of the shields.
Yeah, no, I can take it. I don't think I have any.
I should have named it Shield of Shielding, but that was a missed opportunity.
Shieldy McShield face.
Counter spell is a DC equal to the spell's level. That has nothing to do with your modifier.
Normally, when you roll it, though, you add your modifier. Because it'd be like using if you cast Counterspell as a bard, whatever your spell modifier is, you would add that to the roll. Because honestly, it would be impossible to counterspell a 9th level spell, but it can be done.
I say we give it to Jax for now. I think that's a good move.
Yeah, but my Iron Defender uses a reaction, but I mean my character doesn't. So.
Oh.
No, I said my character doesn't though, so I could always it works for my character.
Okay.
So, as you guys take in the scenery around you, the 4 columns of stone that rise up out of the rooftop structure of Tower Baylock, you see like the sea of clouds around you and the Harpy woman who looks down at you and screeches. Give me your initiatives. And let's see what happens.
How useful I'm going to be this fight.
All right, 20 plus.
21. I don't know if
20.
that's good though.
You are the winner. You're at the top. 21.
I got a 20.
What's your dex modifier?
No, I got 20. Sorry.
You got like a natural 20?
Nope. Unnatural. 18 plus 2.
18 plus 2. Okay, that's what I was looking for. So it's going to be something besides you, and then you. 15 plus?
I got a 19.
I got a 16.
All right, so that's going to be that, and then it'll be Arlo. What did you get, Jax and Venley?
Oh my bad, I got 14.
3.
Did you get a natural 1?
Yeah.
Woo-hoo! Yeah. God, you're like a natural 1 machine. It is amazing. Have you rolled any natural 20s? You have. I know you've rolled some natural 20s.
I rolled 2 in one attack roll once. That was cool.
All right, so it's going to be Wes. Jack's got a 14. And then it'll be that thing. I'm not going to say what it is yet. And then Venley with a 3. So she screeches and begins to fly down towards you. The wind is whipping all around, this incredibly strong wind. Soleil, what do you do for your first turn during this combat?
I am going to pull out my yellow flower because I haven't done it yet.
Oh, God.
And this looks real bad.
What have I done?
And I'm going to ask Puck to come and
Oh, no.
summon him.
Oh, no. What have I done?
You gave me a special treat.
I did give you a special treat, and I kind of forgot about it until just now, at which point I've remembered. All right, so let's see. What kind of mini do I want to use for Puck? I'll use a dragon, and I'll make it small. There he is. There's Puck. Let's even the playing field.
Awesome.
All right, let's go ahead and make him tiny. Oop, that's too big. He needs to be smaller than that. God. So you bring up this flower. What do you feel like you do to summon him?
I feel like I just grip onto the flower real tight and just like, Puck, would you come please? Like, because this banshee looks gnarly.
The flower like puffs pollen out, and from the pollen, Puck's form like kind of condenses as he like rolls out, his wings open up, and he kind of appears in this spurt of golden pollen that kind of like rains down around him, and he looks around very quickly, says, "Hi, I'm Puck," and then like the wind kind of blows him to the right, and he's like, "Oh!" And you can start your that's a bonus action, or is that an action? I can't remember.
I was just looking. It's part of his charges. It's like the charges I think that or the amount of like points I can use for him.
Let's say it's a bonus action for now, and I'll go back into our notes.
Oh, poof! Bonus action. Yes.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna see if he'll cast hideous laughter on her.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do I roll for? Sorry, I've never.
Yes, you will roll for him. If you'd like to, you can roll the dice.
Yeah,
I'll just tell you what the modifier is. Or actually,
Okay.
it's a hideous laughter, so she actually has to save. So I'm going to roll the dice. What am I talking about? She is going to save on that, unfortunately.
Okay.
He kind of puts a hand out, and this like dazzling pink sort of pollen puff, puff, puff goes out, and the wind kind of like grabs it, and it gets whisked around, but it eventually reaches her, and it just kind of brushes past her face, and she doesn't have an effect. And he looks at you and he says, "Why did you bring me here?"
This looks really bad. I thought maybe you could help. Thank you, Puck. And then
I want to go home.
Oh no, I think I pissed off the fairy dragon. And then I'm gonna cast Call Lightning on that as my action.
Yes, I Call Lightning is good.
Okay. So has to save on a 14 dex.
She actually doesn't save. She just did not. Which
Okay,
is nice.
cool. Okay. That'll be 15 points of damage.
As Puck comes out, he looks at you. He is traumatized and scared. You put your hand up, like this magical energy looses from your hand, goes up into the sky as dark clouds form, and as she's beginning to swoop, she's immediately struck through by a bolt of lightning that kind of crashes through. You see it, you can hear it much later, kind of hit against the ground, causing this eruption as she kind of pulses with energy, but then continues her swoop.
Okay.
Do you want to use any movement or anything here?
I'm just going to move in front of Puck to try to like shield him from her.
It's so nice of you.
Yeah, well, I feel really bad because he sounds scared. So
and he like, as you get in front of him, he grabs onto your shoulders and he kind of like wraps his little gecko like tail around like your waist, like a little belt.
Oh, so cute. Okay, that's it.
And that is going to be the north wind. Everybody needs to make a dexterity saving throw. And I will say, Zergo, I don't think that your sense to give yourself advantage would work here because it's wind. So I don't think that I think maybe after it happens. Yeah.
First roll was a nat 20, so.
Hell yeah.
It's probably going to be the only one I get. I don't see how I'm going to fight this thing.
You need that broom. We fucked up. We need to give Zergo the broom.
How much does Zergo weigh?
Probably
A
too
lot.
much. It's probably too much, actually. The broom's like, what, 300? 200?
400's max. 400's
He'd probably
max.
be okay. He could probably ride it. I think. Maybe. So Zergo got a 20. Arlo, what did you get for the deck save?
I got 17.
Venley, what did you get for the deck save?
12.
Fail. Jax, what did you get for the deck save?
13.
That's a fail. Soleil, what did you get for the deck save?
15.
And Puck.
I got a
Succeed.
15.
That's good. Soleil and Valen, you both succeed. But Venley and Jax, you were both pushed back 15 feet and knocked prone as the wind coming from the north just suddenly, like the wind that's blowing from the east from your left kind of rushes past, and then it suddenly stops. It becomes like all of a sudden the wind's gone, and then from the north this blast of wind kind of sends you rolling back and knocks you onto your butt. And Jax too, you get rolled back and you actually stop here and hit the wall before you go prone. So Jax, you are going to take 1d10 and only 2 points of bludgeoning damage. And Venley, you take just 1d4. 3 points of bludgeoning damage. And then it's Zergo's turn. Which is unfortunate, probably.
Very.
Actually. Which is
Out there, cool. I got no range whatsoever. How far away is she out of shits and giggles? I mean,
she is far. That can't be right, is it? Let's see. Hold on. This thing seems like it's getting kind of goofed up here. Something about this the elevation is making this. I think it's about 70 feet. Yeah, it looks like it's 70 feet. From the edge.
what was the? Oh yeah, no shit. Max
From the
is 30.
edge, she's 40. She's about 40 feet away from the edge.
That's still out of range of the beard blaster. So
I thought you
can't
might be doing the
do
beard
sh-
blaster.
I can't do jack shit. I will stand there looking intimidating as fuck. You know, actually, since it's gonna be wasted, I'll just cast Armor of Agathis on me,
Okay.
giving me 5 temporary HP.
Okay. Do you want to like? Is Armor of Agathis in action?
It is.
Okay. I thought so. I was just making sure. Do you want to use any movement or anything? Position yourself someplace different, or
How many people are behind me right now? Like in a
Most-
line?
2, 3 if you count Puck.
I'll move adjacent to them.
You want to go like just right here?
A little further over just in case she has some bullshit. Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. That's all I got.
So that's Valen's turn. Oh fuck, Valen! I forgot to send you the thing for the gun.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm having like connectivity issues. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. You got
Okay,
some
you said-
funkiness going on, but I can hear you.
Okay. I'm going to, instead of taking out Siren's Call, I'm going to use the hilt of Galeblade.
Okay.
And let's see. I'm going to bonus action, create the wind blade, and then I'm going to cast Gust of Wind on the creature.
So you pull out that broken hilt. You allow the wind to rip out of it. And you see that she looks down at that, and you see her eyes kind of flash with like curiosity or maybe even like intrigue, just for the record. But you're going to what's the range on the Gale Blade?
It's the wind blast is a 60-foot line.
Okay, so I'll get you. If you go here, you'll be able to hit her with that.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm casting Gust of Wind. I'm not gonna end the duration yet.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna cast Gust of Wind. I'm not sure what I just have the wind blast on here.
Okay.
Let's see, Gust of Wind. 5e 2. Oh Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's 60 foot. Sorry, 60 foot.
Okay.
It's a strength save.
So you got to get right here. All right, strength save.
It doesn't tell me what the DC is, though. Do I just use my spell save DC?
Is this for the blade?
It's for just
This is for the blade, right?
Yeah.
But it allows you to cast Gust of Wind.
Yeah, once per long rest.
It would be your spell save DC.
So it's a 16.
All right, so she gets pushed back 15 feet. She does fail that. As you run forward, you let that Gale Blade loose. She kind of looks at it inquisitively as you take a few steps forward, just enough to get in range of her. You put your hand up, and like the wind from the blade kind of travels up your body and then shoots out in a line, pushing her back to here as her wings kind of catch that wind, and she just gets pulled back out of her control, but she manages to kind of regain her composure. And then is that going to be the end of your turn, or do you want to use some movement?
I would like to get behind a rock on the left.
You want to go over here?
Yep. That'll be my turn.
We've been talking about the gun, Valen, back and forth, and I think that because I initially wanted it to function as just like a slightly enhanced Eldritch Blast sort of thing, I think that you should it should have damage dice, just like Eldritch Blast does. So it should have, at this point when you shoot, it should shoot 2 beams of condensed energy.
Okay, but it's still a 1d6 base.
I think it should be, for now it'll be a 1d6. I'm going to, that is probably going to change, but for now it's going to be 1d6. I'm going to revisit our notes at some point to see if I want to change that, but for now, it should definitely be shooting 2 beams.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right, now it's her turn. So she is going to go. Oh, Jesus. She's going to go to here. She kind of flies over here. She opens her wings, and she's going to put just a gust of wind and like slicing feathers kind of release from her wings. And this is going to be cone. That'll hit everybody except for Valen. So all of you guys need to make dexterity saving throws. And actually, Venley and Jax are prone, so you have disadvantage. So, Arlo, what's your dex save?
19.
All right, so you succeed. Venley?
I rolled 2 16, so 18.
Nice. Okay, so you succeed. That's cool. Jax, you like her rolling on the ground. Jax?
13.
Okay, that's a fail. Soleil?
16.
Succeed. Valen.
You said I don't have to? Or
Oh,
did I?
that's right. I'm sorry. I skipped Zergo. Zergo, you can see this though.
Thank God for that, because that makes it a 17.
Okay, so you succeed. So,
Instead of a 9.
Oh, and I rolled for Puck. He got a 19 plus, like a natural
for
19.
Dex, he got +3. So
Okay.
he succeeds as well. That is going to be half damage. And if you failed, you also get pushed 15 feet and be knocked prone. But Jax, you're already prone. You will be pushed again. So that is going to be 31 points.
I'll use Stone's endurance, but okay, that hurts.
Is that 31?
points.
31 halved or
It's gonna be halved.
No.
okay?
If you've
Oh.
succeeded, it'll be halved.
Are these feathers like projectiles too?
Yes,
You
the
can
feathers are
still
like
pick up.
projectiles. It's actually piercing damage.
I can do a reaction to if it misses me to catch him and throw him back.
It's not an attack. This is like a spell, so it has to be like a ranged attack because it doesn't
Okay.
miss you because it's a spell, sort of. It's a feature, but it's not an
Okay.
attack. He's not attacking you, so you didn't miss. You know what I mean? You just take half of 31. Soleil, since you succeeded and Puck succeeded, and he's on your back, I will say you can take the damage he would take if you want to, but that will mean that you take essentially full damage.
Let me see how many hit points he has, because I don't want him to die. But then, like, if I die, it's let me see
And then he
here.
died.
Oh no, I'm gonna have to take the hit points for him. I'm taking the hit points for him because I can't let my friend die.
Did I send
Okay.
you a sheet for him?
Yeah, he has 32 hit points. So, yeah, I'll take the full. I'm sorry, you said the full was 31.
Yes, full be 31, but you still don't get knocked prone. You just kind of use yourself as a shield for Puck.
Okay.
Jax, you get pushed back again, and you failed, right, Jax?
Yeah, I did.
So you get like pushed by the wind, and you slam into the rock behind you
Have a good
again.
night.
So you're like super prone. So that's just 3 points of bludgeoning damage on top of the 31 points of piercing damage. The rest of you manage to kind of hunker down as this barrage of razor sharp feathers and blasting wind kind of rushes over the field, getting nicked and scraped, but not any serious damage. And you see Jax kind of get blown back and smash into this rock, remaining prone. And that will be, she's going to remain where she is, and that's going to be the end of her turn, and that will be Arlo's turn.
So I'm gonna run up to the rock, but to the right of where Valen is.
Like this.
Yeah, like on the side there, yeah. And I'm gonna shoot at it twice with my pistols.
Okay.
Okay, I got a natural 20 and a 16 to hit.
The 16 doesn't hit. The natural 20, obvious. Yeah, for sure. Crit. Hell yeah.
Is the 16 close?
It's close, but it's close. Why can you add something to it?
Yeah.
If you can add something to it, I would do it.
Okay, I can add a key point to my attack roll. So I'm gonna use a key point to add. It's a +1 for each key point. So if I add a +1 and it's a 17, does that hit?
That doesn't hit.
All right, I'll use another one. So it's 18.
That hits.
Okay.
So now you know. Now you know.
I'm gonna use Astral Spark too, so it does 42 damage total, piercing, and 2
Total
force.
after all the bonus.
Yeah.
All right, so it's going to be. 42. So you pop out from behind that rock, fire 2 shots, and kind of hit her like in the upper shoulder, like where the wing meets like her collarbone area, and you kind of shoot into that shoulder meat, and you see her one wing kind of falter for a minute, and she kind of almost goes into a tailspin, but she manages to catch herself, and you can actually feel as the wind that is rushing from the north kind of dissipates, and then you can kind of feel how the wind like picks her up a little bit, like it suddenly starts rushing from the east, and it kind of enraptures her and corrects that flight mistake and allows her to kind of correct herself. Is that the end of your turn, Arlo?
Yeah, that'll be the end of my turn.
All right, she is going to use a legendary action to just throw feathers at Soleil because you guys are behind that rock. She got a 2 plus 11, so it's a 13.
Wow, that is so close to hitting, but no.
As she corrects herself, she brandishes her wing, and these like feathers kind of like suddenly grow, and she whips that wing, and a couple feathers fly out, and they kind of pierce the ground around you. And you see as they hit the stone surface of the tower's top, they like rip right through the stone, and they would have done some serious damage had they made contact with you. And that will be the end of that legendary action. So that was Arlo. So it is the west wind. So Jax, you don't have to make a save. Venli, you don't have to make a save. Soleil, Zergo, Valen, Arlo, you have to make saves, dex saves. So let's see here. Let's do Soleil first. What was your dex save, Soleil?
This isn't a magical plant, right? Like this is a gust of wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I was really hopeful. 11.
All right, so that you fail, you will get pushed back, and Puck is on your back, so I'm going to count him as like, I'm not going to make him roll because he's holding on to you. So you're going to go back 15 feet. You don't hit the rock. You get pushed back 15 feet, and you go prone. So then Zergo, what was your dex save?
18.
All right, so the wind starts gushing from your right all of a sudden, but you kind of lean into it, and it kind of pushes your feet back a smidge before you're able to like correct the amount of force it's putting on you, and then you manage to keep yourself from budging in the face of this incredibly powerful wind that suddenly rushes. Valen, what's your dex save?
Well, I think he dropped.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He's back.
12.
You good, Tom?
Yeah, 12.
Okay. Sorry, you were out of the I didn't give you in the studio.
No, I heard everything.
I got you. So you get pushed back 15 feet. You get pushed off of that rock. You roll out into the open, and you manage to catch yourself on like a crease in the stone. It's just a few feet before you would have rolled off the edge. And then Arlo, it's your turn.
15.
So you kind of brace yourself against you get pushed forward, but you put your hands on that rock, and you manage to like kind of push back against that wind and gain your composure, not getting completely smashed into the rock and falling prone to the ground. So that's going to be for Soleil and Valen. 2 points bludgeoning damage, and then it's Jax's turn.
Okay, so I'm like right on the rock. So I'm gonna just go right like behind it a little bit, so I can.
So you're gonna get up, use half your movement, and you're gonna go this way.
Yeah, I just want to be peeking out a little bit, but yeah. So also because we also haven't done the rolls, and like maybe as like a storytelling thing, can I pull out my Iron Defender and my Homunculus Servant out now, or should we roll for them?
I think you would have already had them out.
Okay, so what should I
Probably.
do damage-wise? Because we didn't do any rolls for that.
That's true. Thank you for acknowledging that. They would have taken probably. I mean, one of them got a crit on what?
Well, I did dex save for both of them. I don't know for which attack, but
it was probably for. You should have had. They would have had to have taken 2 dex saves, and they would have taken the same pushback damage you did, probably, unless they succeeded, and then they would have taken the cone feather wind blast situation too. So that would be at least, if you want to cut it in half, maybe, like, because you said they might have succeeded and stuff. That was 731, so that's like 16 damage, and then the falling into the rock, however much damage that was for you. So they took at least like 20 points of damage.
So Tom's backstage again.
Oh yeah, Tom is. But
thank you. My boy is back.
The servant's dead, so he's gone. He'll be back though.
All right, Homunculus is gone, but Iron Defender is up.
Yeah, it's still got a good bit of health. It's pretty tanky. It has more health than I do. So.
Damn. Okay. All right, so go ahead.
So yeah, so I'm gonna get the half cover that I need, and I'm gonna use Arcane Weapon as my bonus action, and I'll take 2 sharpshooter shots. I am also going to use level 2 smite on this too.
Okay.
Okay, so I rolled a 27, and 22 with the -5, and then I rolled a 18 with the -5.
Those both hit.
Uh, 53 damage.
Whew. God diggity darn it. All right, so that puts that. As you release those 2 shots, are you going to use any You already did use your movement, actually.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done. Yeah. I already used my bonus action as well.
You shoot in both those shots, these like giant condensed beams of energy released from that rifle. And one of them goes through her leg, another one catches her wing. And clearly angry, she screeches out, puts up her wings, and the wind from this direction suddenly blows incredibly fiercely. And everybody, so Valen, Zergo, Soleil, not Venli, and Jax. So in order, Valen for dex save, Zergo dex save, Soleil dex save, Jax, and the Iron Defender as well, dex save.
Roll a 6.
You're having a bad time as you get pushed back again. 50. You go back to where you were. You get rolled back to where you were. Zergo.
8.
You get, as you're pushing against that wind on your right, suddenly the wind from behind you, that wind suddenly disappears, and then there's this blast of wind from your front as you're already like leaning that way, and it just kind of shoves you, and you hit the ground and kind of roll forward, going prone. Soleil.
19 plus 3, so 22.
Nice. So as the wind starts blowing, that wind disappears. You get a second to collect yourself, and then you feel that wind's like, you feel like just the first little gust, and you manage to grab onto the rock next to you as it suddenly blasts, and you get kind of like pulled, but you manage to hold onto that rock and not go rolling away. Jax.
And quick question, I should know this, but for saving throws, if you have a proficiency with it, you add your proficiency bonus, right?
Correct.
Okay, I got a 23.
All right, so that
my Iron Defender got a 4 though.
So the Iron Defender, that sucks. As Iron Defender hits you, you get pushed back 5 feet, and the Iron Defender you guys both kind of collapse. You guys manage to you manage to kind of collect yourself as Iron Defender rolls into you, pushing you back a bit, and use the Iron Defender to like prop yourself up to not fall prone. But okay, so you guys are all going to take a little bit more damage than usual, but probably not a lot. One. You guys take 1 point of damage, except for Jax, who is going to take. Oh, damn, 10.
We're in pain right now. So I took 11.
Yeah.
Do I take 1?
You took 1.
Okay.
Why?
No, I just want to make sure.
Okay.
I didn't have to make this thing.
So that's the end of Jax's turn. She used that legendary action. As that wind blows from that side, it stops again, and then it gusts again from the same direction, harder. And you guys need to make dex saves again, the same people. Actually, Bentley, I'm sorry. You didn't take any damage there. You shouldn't have had to roll. You're good. You didn't take any damage. I'm sorry. Because you're right behind this rock. So you didn't get hit by that wind. Everybody that just saved has to save again as the wind from that direction blows once more. So, Valen, what was your save?
22.
So this time you manage to, as you roll forward, you grab onto that rock and you kind of cram your body into a nook as the wind stops. And for a second, you're kind of like relieved. And then it gusts and you can feel it kind of passing by you in the nook of this rock. Zergo.
21.
The wind stops, you kind of roll over onto your belly, grab onto a crease in the floor, dig your claws in as the gust comes again. And this time you're already laying down, and it kind of washes over you, and you manage to just lay there and bear with it. Soleil.
14 plus 3, 17.
So you're holding onto that rock for dear life, and it goes again. And you're still like whipping about, Puck's holding onto your neck, like, ah! But you manage to hold on, Jax.
15?
You get pushed 15 feet, 5, 10, 15, and you fall off of the edge of the top. You see, you guys wouldn't see it because he's not in your like line of sight. But Jax kind of falls. Jax, you see yourself tumble, and you see the clouds as you fall into them, and you land on another layer of the roof. You do take. I'll do the fall damage now. You just take 11 points of falling damage.
Yeah, I probably pissed my pants.
And the Iron Defender as well for the dex save.
Well, I got 1 health.
Iron Defender?
Oh, a 6.
So Iron Defender goes rolling back 15 feet and falls.
You better not make him follow me. I swear.
He just did. He did.
Oh.
Iron Defender goes rolling. The Iron Defender comes rolling down, and you look up, and as the Iron Defender falls, hits you on top of the head. The Iron Defender is going to take 10 points of falling damage. And you take half that, 5 points.
Okay, so I'm unconscious.
Jax is dead again.
Hey.
Does your Iron Defender remain conscious if you were unconscious?
I think it should. Okay, I don't know if it does in the normal rules, but I feel like because it's my Artificer item, I feel like it should. I can check right now, but I don't know.
I'll allow it.
I mean, I don't even think it can climb up anyway, so I don't. I think he's stuck down there.
But it might be able to like administer you a healing potion or something.
Oh, I might have some on my body. That's true.
Well, you guys got a whole bunch of healing potions from that treasure trove. I'm pretty sure, didn't you?
Did I get any though? That's the real
question.
Didn't
you guys get like 5?
Yeah, I said everyone but Zergo should have 1.
We also didn't we all get 1 healing potion from the elf guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
That you did. You definitely did. So that wind blows, and then south wind. Jax, you have to make another wind blows. The wind from the east stops blowing, and then this a wind from the south blows, rushing through the arena. Jax, Iron Defender, Venli, Zergo, Arlo, Dex saves.
I automatically fail.
Oh yeah, you're unconscious.
Do I fought?
You
Please
roll
tell me.
your
Oh, thank God.
Your unconscious body rolls 15 feet forward, and you take 2 death saving throws.
Oh my God, he's gonna die.
Yeah, no, he's
Having
definitely.
flashbacks.
Can I just?
We
how
have
about
not
this? How
done
about this?
jack
How about
shit
this?
yet.
How about this? How about this? I stop getting 50 damage per roll, and we just forget about this. How about that?
He's bargaining.
You can't bargain with the devil, man. Iron Defender's saving throw.
I rolled 2 15, so we're good.
Okay. Iron Defender does not roll forward. The Iron Defender grabs onto a pillar that's nearby, sees you roll past, kind of hit your head against the wall, and you're just like slumped unconscious. Venli, saving throw.
8.
You get pushed 15 feet back, rolling across the floor. You like roll past Zergo. Zergo, dexterity saving throw.
17.
You're holding on. You see Venli go rolling past you as the wind gushes through this side of the arena, and then Arlo, death saving throw.
Death saving throw.
Dex saving throw.
Unnatural 20.
Nice. As you're still holding onto that rock, you don't get pushed. Venli, you take 2 points. And then it is your turn, Venli.
Hey, I'm gonna get up. Finally.
You're like, you've just been blown all over the place, man. The trauma.
Laying down this whole time. Is she within 90 feet of me, or can I get within 90 feet?
For sure. You can definitely get within 90 feet. She might even be within 90 feet. Let me find out. Come on. I hate that this thing does not. It's 80. She's 80 feet away.
Cool. All right. I'm just going to be a classic warlock this round, and I'm going to cast Hex.
Not Eldritch Blast yet.
Well, you got to go Hex first, and then Eldritch Blast.
100%. Right. Hex.
Yeah, so I'm going to cast Hex. I'm just going to go with Strength for the ability score disadvantage.
Okay.
And then Eldritch Blast.
Woo!
And I rolled math is fun, a 19 and I think a 26 to hit.
You both hit.
Cool. All right. Now I gotta math all of the damage. Give me 9 points for the first hit altogether, with 5 necrotic and 1 for the Eldritch Blast. No, 3 for the Eldritch Blast. 4 for, oh my God. Okay. 4 for the Eldritch Blast. And then
I got it.
For the second, 6 points of necrotic damage, and then 5 points altogether for the Eldritch Blast.
Nice.
I rolled really bad on my d10s.
Hey, it wasn't horrible. So you put your hand out, 2 beams of crackling purple energy emit from your hand that kind of jut through the wind, pierce through it, and catch her in the chest, slightly pushing her back. She collects herself. Do you use any movement or anything?
Gosh, what would my movement be halved?
Your movement's halved, and you have what, 25? I think it's
I have 25.
probably 15. I would say it's 15 because that's 12.5, and I would round up to 15.
Hey. Can I get closer to the rock in front of me?
You can get right there.
Yeah, that'll work.
Go as close to that rock as possible. I need something to hold on to. And that's the end. So it's Soleil's turn.
Okay, so I think, do I have to stand up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Half
I'm
your
going to do
movement.
that. I am, as a bonus action, I'm going to use Mold Earth to protect Puck a little bit.
Okay.
if I can just build some walls around him a little bit, just so he's protected. And I'm going to kind of, Puck, I need to go help someone. I saw someone fall. Can you just stay here? And I'm going to hop on my broom and fly to where I saw Jax fall.
Give me a perception check first to see if you saw him fall.
That is an 18 plus 6.
I will say that while you were holding onto the rock, you saw him get blown, and you lost sight of him because he did literally go out of your line of sight, but you saw him get pushed from behind, like out of sight behind the stone pillar. He got blown pretty hard out of sight, and you would know that he hasn't like popped back up, you know.
Okay.
So you're gonna
you
hop
also
on
could
your
probably
broom.
hear Jack scream and squeal a little bit when he fell off too.
with that roll, probably could. Yeah. What if they have a broom? Is there a broom? Oh, they don't have a construct broom. That'd be so fun.
That would be so fun. Yeah, that's okay. So
I want a broom. Damn it.
so I'm gonna get on the broom and just fly that direction.
All right, so you fly. What's the movement of the broom?
50 feet.
50 feet. You can get right to above the clouds. You can't see through the clouds. I know that, like, literally on the boards you can see through the fog.
Yeah.
But you can't see through the clouds. But you're able to get right to this edge. Now you could dash, I guess.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't be able to heal him. Yeah, because like pulling out a healing potion and dumping it in his mouth, is that a free action, or would that be an action?
Administering a potion to someone else is an action. Administering it to yourself is a bonus action.
I guess I'll dash to try to get to where he is, because that's probably the best I can do.
So you dash down into the cloud, and you very quickly pierce through it, and you have to kind of like rear up on the broom as there's a floor right there. And you rear up and you land right in front of Jax.
Okay. I think that's all.
Oh man, you could probably ride your broom with Jax on the back of the broom.
That's the plan. If I could,
that would be really
him,
bad. That would be
horrible. We talked about our weights before this. We're 390 combined.
So we like just fit on the broom.
Oh, you were Discord messaging how to ruin my whole campaign?
Yeah, just briefly. Yeah, just briefly.
You're gonna fly around and you're gonna just shit on every encounter with this broom. That's good.
And if we ever fall, I got feather fall, which is nice too.
Okay.
I think that's all I can do.
Soleil, you have to make a dexterity saving throw. Venli, Arlo, Zergo, dexterity saving throws. And Iron Defender has to make a dexterity saving throw. I'm going to say that I'm going to be a little bit gracious here and say that because Soleil is right in front of Jax and you're like hunkered down on him, like you come down, you're in front of him, I will not make him do a dexterity saving throw because he will fail and he will die. But I think that Soleil, the difficulty of the dexterity saving throw is going to be higher for you as a trade-off.
Okay. So no pressure. Natural 20. Woo! I got natural 20. I was really nervous that I was going to kill Jax.
Good job.
You hunker over him. You hold on to him as you feel the wind stop coming from the direction it was previously coming from and suddenly rush from your back, and you hold on to him over top of him as the wind kind of rushes over both of you. What's the Iron Defender's dexterity saving throw?
18.
So the Iron Defender hunkers down, steps into the wind, and is like slowly trying to push against the wind coming towards you. Venli.
7.
You go rolling back 15 feet. As you try to grab onto that rock, but you don't quite make it, and you go rolling back, and you like roll back behind Zergo. And prone. Zergo, what's your dexterity saving throw?
16.
You hold on. You see you see Venley come rolling back towards you again. And then Arlo, what's your dexterity saving throw?
19.
You are holding on to that rock. You're watching Venley just roll back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Venley, you are going to take 3 points of bludgeoning damage. And then it's Zergo's turn.
Yeah, can you do a calculation for me? I stand
I
up
hope
half
so.
the movement.
Yep.
How far away is she from me?
She is 75 feet.
Okay, so that's 20. If I dash, that's 60. How far away is she from the edge of the platform?
Probably about 30. 30. She's
Yeah,
about
I'm
30 feet, yeah.
Let's just be fucking stupid since I'm useless on this damn platform.
No.
Yeah, no. This could be the end of Zergo real quick.
We're gonna kill you right now.
There's a good probability. I use half my movement out of 40. That leaves me 20. I'm gonna action dash
Okay.
for 60 feet.
Okay.
I'm going to go into a rage, and I'm going to do my claws since Khan
Okay.
had a pretty good fucking meal.
Okay.
And so my bestial soul that I have is jumping.
Okay.
It says you can jump, you can make a strength athletics check, extend your jump by the number of feet equal to the check total. I can only make the special check once per turn. So
Okay.
I make a strength athletic. What I roll, it's added to my jump distance.
Okay. So because of the inherent risk of
Mhm.
what you're doing here, I will say that you do the roll if you manage. So we have to figure out what your like base jumping is, which I think is I have to check that real quick. I just posted a meme about how I don't know the rules for jumping.
Long jump is 20, high jump is 8. I can reach up and grab something 18.5 feet off the ground. But with the athletic added to it, whatever I roll would get added to that. I
So
have to
you're
roll
gonna
really
do
fucking good.
you're gonna do the high jump or the long jump.
Honestly, I'm just trying to reach this bitch's talons and hold on.
Yeah.
So whatever I have to do for that.
I think, well, I guess you can choose one or the other. Make the athletics check. I was going to say that I don't know if you have, because you use your action and your bonus action, I don't know if you technically could grab her because you don't have any, like, you can't grapple her or anything like that. But if you succeed, because you were essentially going to die if you don't, I will allow you to grab her.
I can't do anything on this platform. I've just been blown around for the last, like, 16 turns. Okay, that's really good. That's a natural 20.
Woohoo!
And my athletics
So you
is
jump
plus
out.
11, so that's plus 31 feet.
Damn. So you jump out, and you can actually land like any. You could you could jump right onto her face, onto her chest. You could grab like onto her shoulder. You could grab. You could actually have options. You don't
Can I
have
just
to go.
baby Bjorn this like right on her chest.
Yeah, you're gonna land like right between her. Right,
just giving her big old hug.
Right up in there. As you rush forward, you see the surprise on her face.
Regardless.
As you rush forward and arms out, land right between, and then wrap around, sink your claws in, hold on, as she remains flighted and is like clearly very confused by what is happening.
That's everything I got.
Okay. That would be Valen's turn.
So I'm gonna get up. 30 feet of movement.
Okay.
So I got 15 left. I'm I need a calculation as well.
Oh God, what are you doing?
I want to cast. So I'm going to end the duration on the wind blade.
Okay.
And it allows me to wind blast from it.
Yes.
So on a failed save, it's knocked prone.
Yep.
And then allies in that wind radius get increased movement. So it's a 60-foot line. So, but I'm kind of worried about knocking Zergo.
Fucking, I made my choice, man.
I'm pretty sure that she is so high up that if she were to fall prone, she wouldn't hit the ground, and next turn she could resume her movement.
Mm-hmm.
At which point, and Zergo's holding on to her. It would be a massive inconvenience for her and for Zergo as well, I suppose. But I don't think that she would fall to the ground, thus, having a good shot at killing Zergo.
Okay. So
But I could be speaking too soon, but I'm pretty sure.
Okay. So if she does get knocked prone, what will happen?
She'd fall. What is I forget the exact distance off the top of my head how far it is. Let me look it up real quick. 500 feet. So she will fall essentially 500 feet, like right away.
Okay. I don't have feather fall. Wait. So how much movement do I have left to get to the edge of the platform?
So I haven't moved you yet. So you can get click you. There you go. You can get to. They can get almost all the way to the tip, but not quite.
And then how much range do I have from there to there?
You can probably hit her, I think, but we'll find out right now. It's 35 feet.
She's out of my face step range.
We're just all gonna ride this big harpy. We're gonna ride the harpy mommy. We're all just gonna ride the harpy mommy and get our death.
Oh fuck! But if I do face step, and she fails a wisdom save, she's gonna be charmed by me.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. Should I just try to knock her down? And then cast mass healing word, guys? Like, we're all gonna ride the harpy mommy.
Well, can you use your action to dash, and then is face step a bonus action?
Face step is a bonus action.
So you could dash to the edge and then be in 30 feet, and then face step. And I will allow you to ride harpy mommy, because otherwise you'll die. So I will allow you to ride on the harpy mommy. The mini is very grotesque looking, but she's actually, she's got some mommy energy, I would say. There's some.
I was attracted beast.
Yeah, if you're
animalistic.
If you're into anime waifu type things, you know what I mean? She's got some Final Fantasy boss energy.
Gotcha. Are people hurt right now?
Yeah, I think. I don't know how, but I feel like the little incremental. Jax is gonna die pretty soon. I feel like Venli might be hurt. I feel like the little incremental damage has been kind of stacking up, but I don't know.
Fuck. I'm going to mass healing word bonus action.
So do you not want to use your action to miss? You're not going to face step then? So
No. I'm going to stay behind the rock.
Okay.
Where I was before. And then, because I'm too chicken shit to jump. So let's see. Everybody gets 6 hit points within 60 feet.
Can you read the ruling of that? Can you read the verbiage of that real quick for me?
As you call out words of restoration, up to 6 creatures of your choice that you can see within range regain hit points equal to 1d4 your spellcasting modifier.
So Zergo, yourself, Puck, Valen, or Venli, and Arlo?
Yeah, I guess so. So I'll do that. 6 points.
Pete, if he was back behind the rock, would that hit Connor and
It does not hit them.
I can't see them.
Yeah. That's why I asked for the verbiage, because I thought it was a C. I was wondering if it's like everybody in 60 feet, because that would be nice. But it's either way, they were 80 feet away anyway. So I dashed my own hopes and dreams.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna look at the Gale Blade, and I'm gonna just end the effect and go for it. Try to knock the creature prone.
All right. So that's a Dex
save. Yep.
save, right? She does get a 20.
Fuck. Okay.
Does she take
All
damage?
right. No, it's only on a failed save that she takes damage.
Okay. So you blast that wind, and as you release that wind blade and blast this wind, she sort of like, you see like there's a little bit of a smile as the wind around her, like all the wind stops blowing that's like affecting you guys, and there's like this torrent of wind that goes up around her. You see like her hair like blow wildly. Zergo is like almost lifted off of her as your wind gets kind of like hit by like the shield of wind and kind of rushes around her. And then she's going to legendary action. She's going to throw some feather boys at you, Valen.
Sweet.
She hasn't been rolling well. That is a 16.
16 meets it, beats it. Do I have a reaction? Can I cast shield? Yeah, I'll cast shield.
So you cast shield. She throws a couple feathers at you. You put that shield up, and just in time as the feathers hit that shield, they like almost, you can see there's like a crack in that magical energy, and then one of the feathers almost like pierces through it, but it's caught by the shield as you just managed to keep yourself from being hit by these massive sword-like feathers. And then that is her turn. Like it is her turn. So Zergo and Harpy Mommy are coming in hot. She's going to go for a swoop. Where's she going? Harpy Mom. Oh, she got inside of the structure. That is wonderful. I love that for me. Come back. All right, Zergo, you're on your own. Harpy Mom. Oh, I killed you. All right, let me bring her back. Harpy Mom. What are you doing? All right, try that again. I need Zergo. She's going to swoop down and make an attack against you, Valen.
Say again? What?
She's going to swoop down and make an attack against you with her
Okay.
with her talons. Where is my boy? What is up with my mouse?
I am a sitting duck.
Yeah, I can't see my mouse. There it is.
Man. That laughing Jack mini. Oof. Ugh.
Luckily, we don't have to face him ever again.
Wink.
Yeah, he's never coming back. Don't gotta worry about that at all.
Lies.
She swoops down. She's gonna make an attack against you, Valen. At least one, maybe two, but we'll see. She'll decide as we go here. She got a natural fucking 20. You don't have a reaction.
I do not.
Okie dokie.
So Peyton's really wanting to kill us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's going to be 41 points of damage.
Good thing I healed myself before.
Really? You're up?
Yeah.
That was a nasty crit. So she swoops down. You feel one of the talons pierce into your hip, and you feel the other two wrap around you as she lifts you off the ground, holding you in her grasp. So you are going to be there. As she flies by, she is going to attempt to scoop up we're just kind of a party.
How come when I do something stupid, you like decide to come in? Like some bullshit.
I hate this fight so much.
I hate it.
She's going to go to here, and she's going to take an attack on Venli, who is prone. So that's going to hit. As she swoops down, she's going to grab Venli in her talons. So that's going to be 20 points of piercing damage on Venli as she scoops her up. You feel the talons pierce against your back as you kind of scream out in pain as it wraps around you and lifts you off the ground. And then she's going to continue to fly forward just a hair, just a smidge. Can't get you in there. There we go, right there. And then she will continue her flight this way. 15 feet and 10 feet forward, 5 feet up. Zergo, you are attached to her chest. Doing some... This is the best. This is the most action you've gotten since we left Ushinoshima. And then that is the end of her turn, which makes it Arlo's turn. As you see, your friends all get like scooped up by this massive harpy creature. What do you do?
So she has Valen and Venli in her talons?
She has Valen and Venli in her talons, and Zergo is strapped to her. He's doing a baby carrier
Okay, so I'm going to run like more towards... Can you spin the board a little bit to the left?
You want to go this way? Or you want to go this way?
Yeah, like up to the rock that's like on where Shadow is.
Yeah, you want to move to that rock?
Yeah, but it's on the side facing her, like not like behind the rock. You know what I mean?
This way.
Yeah, right there. Yep.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to point up and shoot her twice.
Okay.
I got a 21 and a 18.
They both hit.
That'll be 28 damage.
As you shoot up into like her hip, into her back, those two bullets pierce. You see like a pop of blood drenched down into her waistline, into the feathers that cover the upper thigh of her body. And that's going to put, she is hurt. She's taken significant damage. You can tell, like, you know, there's like holes in her. She's taken some damage.
And then I'm also gonna, Arlo's gonna take the gourd off his back and like slam it down and pull off the cork and fill my cup. I'm gonna roll for that real quick. So who's lower, Valen or Venli?
Health-wise,
Yeah.
I have 4 HP left.
I've got 8, so Valen's lower.
Okay, so Valen gets 8 HP, Venli gets 7, and Zergo gets 6.
Sweet, thank you.
As you slam that gourd on the ground, you pop the cork off. That water rushes up. It like pours over Valen, and then it rushes over, pours over Venli, and then rushes up and pours over Zergo, and then returns into the gourd. You slap the cork back on, and some of their superficial wounds kind of seal as that healing liquid rushes over their bodies. And that is the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. She will, with you having done that, she's just going to throw a feather at you. All right, so she finally rolled well on that feather attack. It took forever. So it's going to be 15 points of piercing damage as one of her wings. She kind of opens it up as you do that, and a feather just kind of like shoots out at you, and it catches you across the upper thigh, leaving like a nasty gash. Not going to kill you, but it hurt, and you are definitely, like, you felt that for sure. And that's the end of her legendary action. That was Arlo's turn. So there's a wind. Nobody has to make it. Arlo's the only person who has to make it. Puck is protected by the mold earth. Arlo, you have to make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm getting lucky with
the
these.
people that are
That's so
on
funny.
her. You brace yourself against that rock as the wind picks up from behind the incredibly large monstrous harpy, and you don't get put. You kind of brace yourself and don't get pushed. And then it is Jax's turn. Jax, I'm going to roll your death save.
Also, he's in backstage.
So what do you? Oh, is he? Thank you for letting me know. Let me put him back. I rolled your death save. Robot. I'm going to say the robot could administer you a healing potion.
Yeah, I want the Iron Defender to go up to Soleil and just like kind of like put its hand out, like it can't really say anything, but it's just like putting its hand out towards her, like trying to motion it.
Oh, to like give him the healing potion?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. I'll hand it over.
and it just grabs.
So as
it
a
and
bonus
just-
action, yeah, go ahead and roll that.
What is it again? Like what's the roll?
It should be a regular healing potion.
1d4
So
plus 1.
It's not a less. Yeah, 1d4 plus 1. Thank you.
A 5. Let's go. Full roll.
Nice.
As it pours that liquid in your mouth, your eyes shoot open. You pop. You kind of sit up, cough up, on the brink of death. And that is the end of your turn.
Yep,
But you're not dead.
that is true.
So let's see here. Yeah, it's a plus, you know. Okay, now Soleil, Jax, Iron Defender, Arlo, dexterity saving throw.
Nine.
So you get pushed by the wind on your broom. So you kind of just get pushed back and you hit the wall. And you kind of fall with that broom like between your legs down. And it's going to be a wee bit of damage because you hit the wall. That's 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Jax, dexterity saving throw.
Jax got a 17 and the Iron Defender got a 13.
Iron Defender kind of gets pushed forward into you. You both get pushed back 5 feet. Iron
Can
Defender
this
goes
thing just
prone.
run
You
away
do
from me?
not. So you guys are going to take 3 points of bludgeoning damage, you and the Iron Defender. Arlo, your dexterity saving throw.
I think.
Oh, he got backstage. He's backstage. I
Yeah.
got him. Your dexterity saving throw, Arlo.
15.
You manage to hold on to that rock, brace yourself, and not get pushed. Again, you're managing to use these rocks to survive this onslaught of wind. And then, actually, since you guys got pushed by that wind, you don't have to make. Nobody has to make a dexterity saving throw for the south wind. So you're good on that one, and then it's Venley's turn. Venley, you're in the clutches of the creature. She's kind of prepared to swoop off. What do you do?
Okay. So she has the shard around her neck, right? Is that correct?
Mhm.
That I understand. Okay. How far
She
away
does
is
have
that?
the shard is around her neck, like on a chain.
Okay. How far
It's probably
away
like
is
10 or
that from
15
me?
feet.
Cool. Can I
The
use
chain is
Mage
it's probably like-
Hand?
yeah.
Yeah, can I use Mage Hand
can
and try
try.
to get the shard?
You can try, sure.
Okay.
I'm going to say it's going to be a strength. It's for the hand. It will be a strength. You can do an athletics check, I suppose. Yeah, it would be like an athletics check.
Oh. That's 7.
The mage hand grabs onto that and tries to pull it, and it's the chain that the black soulstone is attached to is this like black braided chain of some. It's almost like metal or a natural stone or something. It's very strong.
Okay. Who's looking the worst health-wise that I can tell?
I mean, you or Valen.
All right. I'm gonna do healing word to Valen.
Ooh. Appreciate you.
Do at level 1. And for 6 points of healing.
Yay.
All right. And then I guess that's my turn.
Soleil. That's your turn.
Yeah, so Jax is awake, which is good. Jax, you ready to hop on the broom? We gonna go back up?
Yeah, but can you also heal me a little bit? I'm a little worried I'll get hit off the broom and just fall to my demise a little bit.
Yeah, I have a plan for that, but I want to heal. Wait. If I do, hold on, because I wanted to do healing spirit is my plan, so that I can get as much healing as possible. Everybody within 30 feet of space that I can see. So if you can hop on the broom, I don't have to go too far in, but at least I can drop the healing spirit on the outside and heal 4 people.
No, I will say that because he's not on the broom, you can hold an action to take, this isn't actually raw, which is fine. I don't care. You can hold an action to use your movement once he hops on the broom, but then you wouldn't be able to use the healing spirit. Now, I guess maybe you could fly up, drop the healing spirit, and then fly back down so that he can get on the broom, but then you won't be able to fly back up with him on so that he can like take attack actions. So there's like kind of a trade-off here. You can either wait and let him get on. I think you understand.
Yeah. Okay, so that'll change what I'm gonna do. Then I'm just gonna give you the full healing word, and then we'll fly up together.
Okay, I think that's a good move. Yeah. So you're going to use your bonus action healing word, and you're going to hold your action to take the flight so that you can get him up. Cool.
Yes,
you get that healing word.
13 points.
Let's go.
You put your hand out. This like kind of golden light comes off. This like warm breeze crests his body and it patches up some of the superficial bruises. And I mean, he hasn't really gotten hit. He's just been pushed around so damn much. You hear a couple like little snaps and pops of like bones being realigned and like muscles being like sewn back together from blunt force trauma. And you kind of like, there's a little bit of pain there, but you feel better once it's done as you prepare to get on this broom. And then that's the end of Soleil's turn, which is going to be the other wind. You guys don't have to make those saves.
Can I have Puck do something?
You can, yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to have him cast. Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to have him cast polymorph on that individual. And I want to turn her into a turtle.
Okay.
Turtle.
I will have her save first. That's
Oh, yeah. Let me check.
It's gonna. She has a pretty good. That's gonna be a 20.
Okay. Yeah, it's a 16.
So he kind of pops out of that little mold earth hole you made for him. He's protected on all sides, and he has a rock in front of him and a rock behind him, so he's not getting pushed around by this wind. As he kind of flutters out for just a moment, puts his hand out, and there's this like little ball of like pink light that kind of floats over to the creature, hits it, and like pops like a bubble. It's like this little pop noise that kind of sprinkles over her, but the wind kind of like reacts, churns around her, and disperses that energy, and it doesn't take hold as he kind of flutters back into his little hole.
Okay, worth a try.
The north wind, nobody has to make a saving throw for the north wind, and then it's Zergo's turn.
Zergo's going to take a page out of Vince's
Zergo, you get to finally do it. You get to do things.
I get to do shit, yay. Yeah, I'm not attacking, though. He saw Vinley, like, mess with the chain, so he's going to try and do the same. He's just gonna grab on
Okay,
and
it's
try
gonna be-
and like pull it off of her.
I'm going to say it's a very high roll, but if anybody could do it, it would be you. So there'll be an athletics too. Yeah.
All right, so that first roll's a 26. Natural 20.
Ooh,
For
what's the total
31.
for the net? The third, it's a 30. So you actually needed a 20. I guess you didn't need a 20, but it didn't hurt.
A 19. That's still kind of like only 2 numbers, man. Thank God raging, though.
As you reach up and you grab that necklace, you joink, you kind of pull on it. You feel the chain kind of slightly breaking. You see the black chain link like kind of crack. You see little shatters kind of appearing around it. And then you give it one big pull and you rip it off. And as you rip it off, the harpy kind of stops moving for a moment. The wind dies down. The clouds around this tower burst and just flood away as you are now in like the normal skyline. The harpy stops moving and then all at once just kind of dissolves away into wind. And you guys are going to fall.
Please tell me we're over the platform.
So you are over the platform. Fall. So that is 15 feet. And Zergo was 20. So that's 3. That's 9 points for Valen and Venli, and 13 for Zergo. As you fall to the ground, as this harpy just suddenly dissolves into like this warm wind that passes over you, and as everything around you, all of the clouds, all of the wind suddenly disperses. That wind kind of gusts around in this kind of like tornado in the center of this tower, and it slowly kind of forms into a small ball, this green ball that then kind of floats there in the middle of the tower for a moment and then falls to the ground. And you guys didn't, that's it. You guys did it. I didn't think you were going to get the 30. I'll be honest with you.
It's either that or die.
I thought, like,
Nah,
yeah,
she
I
only
just
had-
thought once you're going down. Yeah.
I was like, fuck it. I'm going to die. I'm not doing anything. I'm getting pushed around left
She
and right.
only had 40 points of HP left. She didn't have that much HP left. So you guys were fine. It didn't probably feel
I
like
just
you
had to
were
wait
fine,
for
but you were
Jax to
fine.
get up and, like, annihilate her.
Yeah, one good hit.
Zergo, as you fall and you look up and you see that orb, you hear a voice in your head.
Oh, fuck.
And it's Khan. And he says to you, Predator, we have to eat that. We have to eat it now. Don't let the others take it.
The one in my hand or the one on
The one on the ground.
the green rock?
Yes, the green rock.
Why do you want me to eat a rock?
No questions, no time. Eat it now.
Being surrounded by everyone, he'll just look at Valen and Vinley and kind of drop the medallion he pulled off and go over, mosey over to the green rock and pick it up. Dislocates his jaw and
Can anyone do anything about this, or
You certainly can't.
Can I do something?
You can. I think. Let me think about this for just give me 10 seconds here.
We roll for initiative.
I think that an insight check seems applicable to see if I feel like your character can discern, like, yeah, you've seen him eat a bunch of stuff. Like maybe your character would think like, hey Zergo, what are you doing with that rock? Like maybe you would have that thought.
Okay. I'm gonna roll an insight check then.
I feel like that's applicable here. I feel like that's the roll.
And of course I rolled a fucking 3. Yeah.
Can Venley
Dinner
help him?
time.
Does Venley want to do it? Does Venley want to? Venley's the only. There's Venley and Arlo, so I guess Arlo could also. You guys could also make a roll if you feel like that's something that you would do.
I feel like Vinley is probably distracted by Zergo dropping the like chain and necklace and is probably just going to pick up the shard.
Arlo, what about you?
I mean, I got a 16 on insight.
I was thinking like a 15 for the DC to be like to have like I'm not saying that like you're gonna immediately be like Zergo, don't eat that rock, but like to be like Zergo, what are you doing? Like to have like a little bit of just a suspicion
So
to like
can
engage him and like.
Once I
Go
see
ahead.
him try to eat the rock, can I like throw my staff at it and try to like hit it like like throwing spear style?
That seems like that's a thing. You could try to do that, I suppose. That's one way to do it. That's one way to handle it for sure.
But how tight of a grip would Zergo have on this rock?
Yeah, that's probably how we're gonna. I want to see what he rolls first.
I rolled with everything. I rolled an 8.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
So I would. I mean, I feel like if you roll an athletics check, Zergo, I feel like your baseline is probably like you could roll a 1 and still get higher than an 8, probably, couldn't you?
Yeah, my athletics is a +11.
Jesus Christ, you're like a boss monster. God damn, your save is your athletics is the same as her saves. So there's like you throw your spear. In fact, I mean with an 8, you actually don't even hit it. So you kind of throw a little bit wide, and the spear kind of or your staff kind of passes by Zergo. So you're trying not to hit Zergo. You're trying to just like catch that little space, and you throw a little wide, and the staff kind of goes past Zergo's head. Zergo, does that give you pause?
Shit being thrown at me? No.
You eat it, and as you put it in as you eat it, you can hear a second voice that says, "What is this? What is happening?" And then Khan says, "Feast!" And you just hear screaming as this greater spirit is torn asunder and devoured by Khan. Zergo, when you summon Khan, you have a flying speed.
Whoa.
Wait, what just happened?
Is it my walking speed?
Yeah, it's going to be 30 or 35 or whatever, 40, whatever your movement is.
Yeah,
it'll be
40.
the same.
Woo, sweet. I got to eat more birds.
And Khan, in your head, before I address the other people who probably have questions and things they want to say, Khan, in your head says, "Good job, Predator. This is what we need to ascend. More. We need to eat more. I am fool. I take nap."
I hate him so much.
Just turns around to the group. What are we going to do with that?
Weren't we supposed to get the damn crystal? And Zergo just ate it?
That's
Hello?
not the same.
That's not the
same
soul
crystal,
stone.
though.
Oh,
You have-
okay.
Soulstone I dropped.
Yeah, I think Ridley went to go grab it.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I've never seen him eat a rock before. That was traumatizing. I heard a lot of crunching. It was like a jawbreaker. I don't know if you guys have that here, but it was awful. That I don't want to hear that again.
Venley, you pick up the soul stone. Give me an intelligence saving throw.
All right. That's not great.
Like, as you
13.
touch it, your head kind of shoots up. You kind of spasm as your body goes rigid. You guys would see Venley immediately start to kind of convulse and shake a bit as her hand touches the chain or the stone. Her eyes kind of gloss over and then turn like this cloudy black. Venley, you see this like black space, like this empty void with like distant clouds, pockets of this like pink and purple energy that are kind of floating out in the distance, this cosmic soup out in the distance. And you see an outline of a humanoid figure that's kind of lying beneath you as you're kind of floating in this open space. As you take a moment to grasp your surroundings, those eyes that are the head of the humanoid shape suddenly opens, flooding the area with this like golden light that for a moment is completely blinding. But you manage to collect yourself and look down. You see that 3 eyes, 2 eyes like normal, and then 1 like in the center of the head have opened up. And this gigantic humanoid figure kind of gets up as like space itself kind of splashes as he pushes against it. And he stands before you. And then the eye in the center of his head starts to bleed as he is then like rapidly condenses down into like a little hole, like a black hole that's right in front of you, just about the size of like it's small. It's like the size of the palm of your hand. As this giant figure just gets crunched down, there's this massive like explosion and release of energy as there's just this burst of like a torrential downpour of a creature the size of a universe's blood that pours out from this tiny hole. And from inside of that hole, as you manage to eventually look back as you've just been drenched in this like warm fluid, you see inside of that like a little light, and you start to hear like a whisper come from inside of that hole. And then you see an eye open up. It has like a cat iris type eye as tentacles rip through that spatial tear and kind of go forward, and they grab onto you and they pull you into that hole. And then you wake up, you let go of that shard. You're going to take some damage.
Oh, shit. I might die.
You might die.
No.
You take 18 points of psychic damage.
I'm down.
I run over and I cast Healing Word.
Venley touches that. She convulses. You see her spasming, and you start running over to her. And as she lets go, she just collapses. And you run over and you do Healing Word or whatever you said you did. Sorry.
Sorry. No, Cure Wounds. Cure Wounds.
Cure Wounds.
11 points healing.
You touch her, like golden light kind of just quickly, briefly flashes over her body as like breath returns, and you eventually, after a few seconds, Venley, your eyes shoot open. I'm going to say at this point, Soleil and Jax have like flown up onto the arena, and you're now like joining the group, probably just as she is waking.
What the fuck? What the fuck was that?
Did you see something?
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. Do I have any? Would Vinley have any frame of reference for like the humanoid figure that she saw?
Give me a religion check. It's a high check. I don't know if your character has any basis for this knowledge, to be honest with you.
I mean, yeah. 7.
Oh.
So there's like the regular religions that are like everybody would know. You don't need to check to be aware of them. In this world, Reyes is like the primary deity. She is like the chief guardian of Celestia. She is the creation goddess. She's got a bunch of different titles, but she's like the primary. That's the main one. Everybody to some degree worships her, or like at the very least, like, you know, that's something they believe in, and, you know, they pay homage to her in some way, shape, or form. And that's like the primary god. That's like the, you know, at the tip top of that chain, there's Reyes. This, whatever that was, it's not something you've ever, you know, it's certainly not one of the, you know, it's not a something that's taught to you at your, you know, daycare. Your dad wasn't telling you to worship whatever the hell that thing was.
Yeah, it's all like guy, and that 3 eyes, and then it got really big, and then it got really small, and then the work universe like imploded and exploded, and then I woke up.
If she's explaining this, would I have any idea what this is? I don't know if I would have heard of anything like this, but
I'll let you do a religion check too.
okay. Just since we're outside of the 16.
As a Bajaran, they have like a different hierarchical structure of worship than the peoples that would be like under everyone else on the planet. Kind of has an empirical. There's an empire to the northwest you guys have not interacted with in any way, shape, or form, but they are very much the people that have shaped this world on like a religious / societal level. She might be gone because I saw her talking to me. Okay, you're there. Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry for that.
No, you're okay. I wasn't sure if you had to like run off real quick to do something. But I was going to just keep going anyway. You have a different structure. There's like there's the heart tree, which is like at the tip top of your structure. But you know, or at least you believe, I guess, that at the dawn of like time, in your stories, there was like a creation god that chiefed even Reyes, who planted the heart tree and created the animals, and then created all other life forms. And when there was this like amazing burst of energy on the planet, your people believe that like the elves that lived in your area morphed, were magically intertwined with the animal life of Viraja, which is why there are rabbit people and monkey people and wolf people and bear people and stuff. You don't have a name for this creation god. To you, it would just be like the creator or something. It would be like the one, it would be, they would probably refer to him as the gardener, the planter of the heart tree, something like that. And that would be the only frame of reference for like some cosmic being above what you would know. But it's not something that you worship the heart tree, and you have stories of older things, but you don't really understand them.
Yeah, I think I don't know if that's what you saw, but there may be, the only thing I know a little bit is was something above, like a creator, at the beginning. I don't know if that's what you saw, but that seems outside of the realm of what I know.
Is this related to is the vision related to the vision I saw when I grabbed it first time?
I would say from like a very brief description, if she were to mention the eye or the tentacles, that would be reminiscent of the thing that you saw. Obviously, her experience was quite different from your experience, but there was definitely some symbolism that was familiar.
Sabotulism, yeah, got
it. Yeah.
Sorry.
You said there was the first couple words, but all I heard was botulism.
It's from a stand-up comedy. So anyway.
Would I have a sense too of like, I guess, did this give like any specific vibes? Like, is this bad vibes? Is this like neutral vibes? Good vibes?
I would say that when the eyes opened and that humanoid figure stood, you had this sense of complete calmness and like peacefulness and acceptance, and then that was very quickly ripped away from you as that creature was torn from existence, and there was this rift open, and inside that rift you started to hear these whispers, and it felt overwhelming. Like it felt like a forced panic attack. It felt like your brain was being just crammed with information that you couldn't properly comprehend. Like you were just being force-fed knowledge that you couldn't grasp. And it felt incredibly overwhelming, incredibly fearful. And you were just kind of locked as this thing ripped into the world, saw you, and then proceeded to, to do the same thing it did to him, I suppose. The back half of that was not good. The first half was like weird, but not spooky. The back half was a little bit on the spooky side.
All right, how the hell do we get off this damn platform?
I mean, we could jump.
Can is Puck still here? Can Puck get us?
Oh, yeah, I should talk to Puck. Hey, Puck. I'm so sorry for bringing you into this. I didn't know it was going to be this big of a mess. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I owe you one. But yeah, that seemed like a lot. A warning would be nice, you know?
Yeah, I will do that next time. Tell you a little bit before.
Do you want to play a game?
Sure. We're not doing anything else, right? Sure.
I want to
Okay.
play a game. What's the game?
We're going to play hide and seek.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Oh,
He pops.
He left.
He's really good at this game, guys.
Oh.
Sure, he won it all.
Yeah, I think next time I ask him to come in, I'll maybe be a little more tactical about that. But he was very helpful while he was here, sort of,
Yep. No, it was good. I just never trust the Fae. I just know from old bard tales you don't trust the Fae.
Oh, he's so cute, though. He was so nice. He was like, oh, let me help with magic,
Yeah.
Very trustworthy.
Well, I'm
Can
glad
we
you
jump
trust
in?
him.
Are we gonna jump or what?
I mean, I have a broom. I can take one.
Zergo, you hear a voice in your head. It says, Predator, I have a request.
I already fulfilled your request.
I have another one.
You're getting real needy. What?
Predator, you hurt me. You wound me.
I feed you, don't I?
You won't regret it, I promise. It's been so long since I've stretched my wings. Let me.
You have Oh, okay. Whatever. Just fucking do it. I'm tired. Got blown around.
Thank you, Predator. And as you give him permission, inky blackness kind of pours out of you. Your head becomes that snake, but now that inky blackness is dotted or speckled, I suppose. You have a ridge along your neck, that snake neck, of feathers that are green, yellow, and red that go up and they kind of form a crown on top of the snake head. And then as the inky blackness goes down to halfway down your back, it erupts outward. And from the wing ridges are inky black, but then feathers form out of them. And Khan says to the party, he turns and he says, I'm going to fly. And he flies off.
I'm sorry, what was that? What just happened?
I
Who
don't
was
know.
that?
When you say he flies off,
He flies. He flies. You can see him. The sky's very clear today, but he starts flying, just flying. And you actually see he gets probably about 60 to 100 feet away. And then Khan starts kind of playing. He's doing dive rolls and corkscrews, and he's going up in a circle and coming down. He will if you guys leave the tower, he will probably meet you on the ground. If you stay on top of the tower, he will probably return back.
Probably. Keep saying probably.
What is this? What? Did he fly out of him?
I just stopped asking
Jack
questions.
sheds a single tear, and he's like, "We got to put him down. He's becoming too strong."
Wait, hold on a minute. I just have. What is the? He flew out of. He's
what happened? Why is he like this?
You guys
Any of us like this?
it happened in that temple. Something I don't know. I stopped questioning things a long time ago. We all got
I
demons.
mean, you
We all got demons.
murdered a
Oh
bunch
my
of
God.
people in a town. So
Yeah, you guys don't remember that when he was eating people? Like
yeah,
that's
but you guys were also killing people.
Wait, no, but how is he able to
See,
fly? And
you
why,
know,
why was
but you know what's funny? I kill one man, pull his pants down, and the whole fucking world blows up. And then Zergo just be eating people, and nobody says shit to him. You know what? I'm done.
okay? Okay, I've been on the Zergo
I jump off.
a lot.
I
He tried
jump
to
off.
kill me. Okay, he tried to kill me.
So you know what? Fuck you guys. You jump off.
Yeah, I'll
I'll
jump
run-
off.
I'll run after Valen with the broom and attempt
He
to
has
catch him.
Featherfall, but that's so nice
Oh,
of you,
oh,
Soleil.
okay.
No, you could still. You might not know.
I feel like I wouldn't know that. Yeah, I just see him jump, and I'm like, oh god.
No, I'm not. I'm just gonna face. I'm just gonna face step in the last minute. I don't have Featherfall, but I'm gonna face step in the last minute.
Okay.
Before hitting the ground.
Soleil, Slay will fly down, and like it does sound like she's going to try to catch you. You're like falling, and Slay comes down next to you and tries to grab you. Do you let her, or do you guys have a conversation?
What are you doing? You just jumped.
I don't know. I feel like we're questioning the wrong things here. I'm just frustrated, so I just jumped. I'm sorry. I know it makes sense that you would question what happened, but
you're falling.
It's like
adding, like, yeah, it's really
damn, this fall is really long.
a really long fall.
All right, I'll just
go ahead.
I'll just face step on your broom.
You pop in like a burst of like purple energy, and then you reappear on the back of the broom, so that you kind of like right. And do you go down to the ground?
Yeah, I'll go down. I just want just to wrap up. Listen. I didn't even judge you that hard when you pulled the guy's pants down and killed him in the bathroom, right? I followed you out and I said, "Uh-oh, I think we need to go," right? Like, okay, we're all in trouble. There's a dead guy. We need to go, right? So I think I'm just very confused. You all seem to have. There's something strange. Your face changes. He's got a demon thing flying out of his chest or whatever. I don't know. This seems very strange. It's a lot new for me. I haven't seen this before.
Yeah, I apologize, Soleil. I mean, we're all a messed up bunch. I mean, Captain Jet doesn't have the most reputable reputation either, so I mean, it makes sense that all misfits would, I don't know, but it's pretty weird. I just learned not to question things anymore. Just it's the world we live in, I guess.
Yeah, I'm learning to things are a little stranger than than I've seen before, but I think I'm adjusting,
Yeah, I hope that we don't scare you away, because you're like a lot in the group and we need that lot. So just give us a chance. Maybe we'll make better actions, do better choices instead of eating everything. We got to talk to Zergo about that. But anyway, I mean, we could have.
He ate a rock. He didn't eat a person. That's positive. I mean,
but yeah, what we gonna eat a tree next? What are you gonna do? He's gonna start eating clouds.
Just very hungry. I don't. Yeah.
I mean, do we feed him enough? Like, are we just like bad friends that we don't feed him enough? Or I don't know.
We should have a feast tonight or dinner or something. Because
that's actually a great idea. I think we need a little R&R. We've been hitting the brownstone pretty hard. I feel like we've been in this dungeon for weeks. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. All right. Well, drop me off on the bottom, and just can you get the rest of the guys and
hop back up and get everybody.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, so I'll hop up and just make trips.
How do you collect the soul stone?
I'm gonna pick it up because I don't have anything else.
Wait, we could put it. I mean, I feel like we saw that, right? Like we saw.
I would stop her before picking it up. Anytime anybody's picked that thing up, their brain and visions and
did it show you?
and when I did it, it was bad, and I don't.
Did you
Yes,
see the same thing?
I don't think so. I think Valen saw like there was an eye in the sky and destruction. I did also see an eye. Now that I'm remembering, yeah, in this kind of in the sky. I wouldn't do that unless you want to see some weird shit.
I could put it in my portable hole without touching it, I think.
I mean, I could use Mage Hand and put it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to do that. Because I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, because otherwise I just have to grab it.
Yeah. I'll
So
do
you make that portable hole. You use the mage hand to kind of throw it into the portable hole. You close that sucker up, and that would work. That would be a success. That would work to store this thing. And then Soleil, you make trips down to the ground. You get everybody down to the base of Baylock Tower. Once you guys are all down at the bottom, you'd probably there'd be a little bit of time where you'd still be watching Khan flying about the sky, but then he eventually will come down and land. And when he does, he lands in front of you guys, and that snake head kind of lowers, and he says, "You are all Predator's friends." He said, "Friends. So I want you to know that you are my friend, and I will not eat you. When I devour this plane, you will all have a seat at the next one." And then the ink goes back into Zergo's body, and then it's just Zergo again.
Did he say plane? Like devour the plane? Did I hear that?
Yeah, that's
Can I
what
kill him
I
now?
heard.
Can I like when are we gonna
This
You
is
got-
concerning. Is this new?
Zergo, what? Who is that? What is going on? He said he's gonna devour the plane.
Oh, that's just Con.
And
Like, would we recognize that? Because like
does
we
that seem evil?
went
Like-
through the whole thing like where when we first got the stone, I think Jax had it.
You guys went to the temple of Kutula Khan, and you read like the temple wall had engravings on it, and he was titled by the snake folk that lived on that island as the serpent that eats the sky. And I do remember you actually learned a little bit more about him at some point. That
They actually have a book about him.
Yeah, you took the book from the snake folk.
Yeah, we still
Yeah.
have that book.
You have the book.
I
about
just
him,
can't fucking read it.
so- I just don't know how to read. Damn it. But I do remember somebody.
I was like, "Is there any photos?" And you're like, "There's two."
There's some pictures. There will be some pictures in there for sure. But I do remember somebody. I remember talking about it, so I know that at some point somebody read the book a little bit.
I think I might have read a little bit of it because they had comprehend languages like way in the beginning of the
He was a creature born in a very low plane of the abyss, and he was like a weak creature that slowly ate until he ate that plane, and then he went to the next plane of the abyss, and then he devoured that one, and he eventually managed to get out of the abyss into like whatever is after that. I don't know if the book would necessarily do a very good job of explaining that to you, and it's also told from like a religious perspective, so it's not, it's flowery. And then he came here, and he was trying to devour this plane before he was sealed away. In the book, it would say that there was a great battle between Khan and Ultimar, who is somebody you probably know. That is like a celestial deity.
Okay.
I think Jax also read the book too, if I remember correctly.
That's the gist of it. I'm not going to go ahead and send you a PDF on it, but
Okay.
Did he? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say he's a celestial deity. That's what Khan
he's an
is.
abyssal deity.
Abyssal, sorry. Abyssal, yeah. That's what I could gather from the book. But I didn't know about all the eating, and it's like very flowery and very like uppity and shit. I don't know.
Did I get a sense when we saw him and were speaking with him, like, does he seem like evil, like a devil, or
give me an Arcana check?
I'll give her guidance, or can I help her actually? Because I'm also suspicious of Zergo.
For sure.
Like, just give her the help action, so she
Sure.
can use. Okay.
You said Arcana?
I think Arcana, unless I think it would be Arcana or possibly religion. I feel like Arcana fits better, but I would maybe say you could do a religion check.
Either 18.
It's hard to tell from what he was. It was hard to tell what he was just by seeing him. Definitely gave you bad vibes. I'm not going to say that you know what like his tag is for the creature type, but
yeah, okay,
definitely some bad vibes.
okay.
Although he was kind of nice. He said you were his friends. I don't know.
I mean, the only thing that's stopping him from eating us is that we know Zergo, that we're friends with Zergo. So
Progress.
yeah, I mean,
we're gonna turn this guy. We're gonna turn this devil. I'm not gonna say what he is. We're gonna turn this guy. He's not a devil because devils are lawful. We're gonna turn him good.
Okay. Well,
I mean, I've never met anybody who like didn't really like me. I mean, I have, but also I haven't. But I also haven't met a lot of people, so.
well,
I don't.
I feel like we've expanded our friend pool quite a bit with an abyssal being. So I think that's points, right?
Yeah, we have new friends, right? We have and we have Puck. You know, it seems positive.
Yeah,
you guys hear a and Kiwi rushes out of the tree line.
Yeah, and we got a giant bird thing. Yeah,
and it tackles Venli, and she takes 8 points of damage. No, I'm just kidding.
She's down again.
I would not be, but close.
No, he runs out of the tree line, and he kind of rams into you. He kind of drops down onto his legs, and he's like nuzzles you. Very clearly didn't like being alone.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna hold him.
So what do we do next?
Well, I suppose we can give the stone, but I believe that we talked about this before, that we weren't sure about giving the stone away this time.
Wait, so what are you guys saying the plan is then?
I don't really want to give the stone to the elf guy. I don't know that I fully trust him with this. I don't know about you guys.
I thought the original plan was to bring this to Abitash.
It is, but the one guy is the elf prince. He's waiting for us to bring it, so we gotta like figure out our story. I think I'm being like, oh no, it's actually already gone.
We could say Zergo ate it.
We found it, but then our friend ate it.
My dog ate my homework.
Exactly.
Oh, maybe if you wait.
I agree. I don't think we should give it to him. We don't have to come up with elaborate lies, right? We just, we went there and there was a big banshee flying, awful thing, and then we almost died, but we're back,
That's so true.
Not technically lying,
Yeah, I think that's a good plan. It's better than not lying and trying to keep up the facade. I mean, at this point, I just want some music, a good night's rest, and some of Arlo's uh, specialty. I, I'm I'm tired.
Also, before we go to sleep, when we're talking about plans, Zergo, you gotta stop just randomly eating stuff, man. Like it was the Rock. You almost ate me earlier, and worst off, man, you ate Vincent's fucking fish, bro. And I don't think I can ever forgive you for that. But
Khan
we
was
gotta watch
hungry.
it,
I
bro.
have to feed him. If I don't feed him, he gets upset.
Has he ever done anything? Or
Just eat.
look, Zergo,
Helps out in
you're not
fights.
you're not in the Coliseum anymore. You don't have to listen to these people. I had to listen to people my whole life, and you're a strong guy, man. You can do everything, whatever you want, bro. You don't have to have that mentality you used to have.
You're a strong, independent Yeti. Remember that.
Not a Yeti.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Strong, independent Zergo.
Exactly.
He's gonna help me kill Emil and all the other daggers.
I thought we were gonna help you kill them.
He's gonna help me kill them. You can help. I don't know how to explain it. He makes me stronger and helps us out in fights.
I mean, I would be a two-faced liar if I said that this gun here is not gonna made promises of the same thing. So I understand, Zerga. I understand what you are going through. So um, if you want to do it and you think it's gonna help and everything, then it's your prerogative to do it. We're not gonna tell you what to do.
He said he helped me protect Jax. When
All right.
when Jax
Me?
died the first time, when he the weird creature in the water. The stone I gave Vinley. It was between the black one and the pretty one, and she chose the pretty one, so I kept the black one. And I heard something, asked for help, and Khan came, so he helps.
But he was also almost the reason for my death. A little bit earlier, I felt my soul almost taken from me. It was a weird feeling, and I don't know, Zergo. It really kind of fucked me up, and
If I don't feed him, it gets kind of out of hand, and trying to control that, and it's hard sometimes.
Let me ask you a question, Zergo. What's the end game? After he helps you devour and
Mhm.
you kill all the blades, what happens then? Does he get to take over your body? Do you have to does he have to like devour the plane now because he's fulfilled his end of the bargain? Now you got to do stuff for him.
He just said feed him. That's it.
Well, maybe it's time to explore the contract that you have with him and get to the fine lettering, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I mean, I got to do the same thing too. I got to figure out what's the end game. You know,
I mean, you told me eat the rock, so I ate the rock. He was hungry. He's full now.
yeah, but like in the future, like after you kill all the dagger people and everything like that, what happens after that? Have you thought about that? Like down the line?
Zergo, don't think that far ahead.
Maybe you should, buddy. Just saying. Just some friendly advice.
How?
All right, we'll talk about this some other time. Good job, getting the necklace. I don't think we've said that before, so good on you for figuring that out.
I'm full. Can we go back to the ship and I take a nap?
It's a good idea.
So, do you guys want to return to Prince Sethloson's ship?
Can we not? And can we just like take a long rest? Because he's expecting us, right?
Yeah.
We haven't really explored much of this. Really, we went like to the docks and then straight to the tower, right?
This island is very small, so it's a really there's not really much else on this island besides the tower itself. The island, you can see if you were to stand like one end of the island, you can pretty much like see the other end. The most prominent feature is this island is essentially here for this tower.
Is there any change to the tower if we look at it visually?
Give me a perception check.
17.
Now that you're outside, you're down on the ground. There is this stone that you notice on the way in that this like pitch black kind of color. That pitch black color has seemingly vanished, and the tower itself just seems to be of like a normal gray stone now.
Oh, could I have picked up some of those feathers while we were up there before we came down?
They would have also dematerialized just like she did.
Okay. Okay.
So you guys can absolutely take a long rest here on the island. You would be able to tell that like you're not going to get ambushed by a T-Rex or nothing. There's very nothing here. So you're in relatively you're safe. So you could rest here and then go. Seth Losen is expecting you, but everybody he sent before died. So I don't know that like his timeline might not be like, oh, they're going to be back here anytime soon or ever.
And doesn't time move faster in the tower than it does outside?
Yeah, but I'm not sure that he would be aware of that.
Okay.
And I also don't know if your character would know. You would be aware of that function. I don't know if you'd be aware of like what has it been a minute outside of the tower? Has it been an hour? Like you wouldn't really know. I will say you could give me a survival check to see maybe if you can tell like is it the same day? Like have we even been gone for any time at all, really?
Okay. I rolled a 10.
So it's hard to tell. You can't. The whole experience has been very disorienting, and it could have been a year. It could have been. You have no way really of being able to tell. The temperature, like the climate, is the same as it was, but also there's a lot of areas in Costa del Sol where the temperature is temperate all year long. So that's not really a clue. So you don't really have anything to go off of.
All right. I guess, guys, we're going to bunk here then. I can cast a tiny hut and we can all take a rest.
I think so. In case things get a little wonky on the ship, we probably want to be full rested.
Sounds good. I mean, we could also commandeer the ship, but,
I think that's last resort, right? I think we hope peace and
if
then...
he's not expecting us back, too, we can wait him out. If he expects us to be dead, find another way off the island.
That is true. We could find another way.
We do have our shipmates, though. All the other people, like Violetta and Hitatabe and whatnot, I think they're still on the ship.
Oh, damn it. You're right.
Not saying we have to go back for them, but...
I do miss being Bob already. Those fucking guys.
Yeah, we need being Bob. Also, quick question: Do we remember roughly how many people were on the ship?
On Prince Sethloson's ship?
Yeah.
Give me a history check. You are muted, just so you know, if you aren't supposed to be muted.
I got a 23.
You remember that there was always at least 8 very well equipped elven guards on the deck, like at all times, and there was always at least 2 by Seth Lawson. There was probably about a dozen people that seemed to be of like nobility on the ship, and then there was the prince himself, his wizard companion, that was usually with him as well. And then so there's probably at least, you think there's probably like a dozen or so not normal soldiers, like royal guard level combatants on the ship, and then the regular people and the prince himself. Hard to get a read on whether or not the prince is a combatant. I would say that your gut is telling you that, yeah, as a person of nobility, like he might have some training, but he's certainly not like an active threat, although he might be able to, he might have a trick up his sleeve or something, but he himself isn't necessarily a combatant. At least he's not on the, you would be more threatened by the guards on the ship, and you would think there's probably about a dozen of them.
Okay. Kind of doable. I could also try to sneak on and get Hatanabe and B and Bob off the ship.
Sargo, I just saw your meme in the Discord. I think that potentially trying to do like a little bit of a stealth mission is an option for sure. I think you have some, at this point we're like back into open world RPG territory here. You guys have a ton of options. I didn't prep past this point because I have no idea what you're going to pick. So I wasn't going to waste my time trying to figure it out. Because you could go anywhere, and you could do anything, so it definitely, you have the options. I can help prod you, but I don't want to take away. I think you have a ton of choices, and I think all of the things that you've mentioned so far all make sense. So it can really go any way.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That tower we went to, the one that we just came from, I mean, I know that we left some mess there, but that tower was so cool. There was so much stuff we could go do there. I don't know if we have other things to do, but
I would say the only thing that you, Soleil, there is that pressing, there is like the whole Vincent thing. And you did get the report from somebody, I forget who right off the top of my head. I think it was Golder, the dwarf that you met at Ushinoshima, or it might have been Tomas, the bartender. But somebody told you that Vincent, I think it was Tomas, the bartender. He had told you that Vincent was going to Minstrel. He said he was going home to Minstrel. So there is that whole thing.
Plot thread. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think. I feel like Venley's not maybe main focus, but definitely is in the back of her mind. Is like, how the fuck do I save my dad? Who's also conveniently in Minstrel.
Yeah, I think we gotta hightail it to Minstrel.
Also, you guys would be aware, like, if you are going to stick to the plan of delivering the delivering the shard to Abatash, you would know that I'm trying to pull up all this shit right here real quick. Abatash is located in Fortitude's Embrace, which is like the main city in the Ring of Fire, which is where the Minstrel is in the Ring of Fire. Fortitude's Embrace is in the Ring of Fire. So you have there is a lot of stuff kind of pulling you in that direction. And that wasn't necessarily on purpose, but there is a lot of stuff in that side of the map. Also, too, just like some other information you guys would have, the wind blades. There's like a wind blade that's actually on the way on your map. that is going down towards the Ring of Fire, and then the other wind blades are not in the Ring of Fire, but they're like in the vicinity. They're a little bit. Let me switch my thing to the map here. I'll switch it to the map. So
It's so blurry.
let me just go ahead and make this bigger. That little dot there in the there's a wind blade there to the southwest of Baylock Island. And then down here, we're all like the Fortitude's Embrace. Minstrel is the star to the north of that. And that collection, those stars there, those islands are the Ring of Fire. And then this is a wind blade. And then this star down here is a wind blade. And actually that circle there is a soul stone. So there's like a lot of stuff. Like you could kind of do like, you could pop down this side of the map, hit this stuff, and then pop down. You can kind of like do like just stay on the outskirts of the map. And there's a lot of different objectives here that you could kind of like do a little wrap around and hit. It would take, it's going to be 6 months before we finish all of them, but that's definitely something that we could, that could be a direction that we go for sure.
Mm-hmm. We're getting to Minstrel first.
That pursuit makes a lot of sense to me.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So what's the next like objective? Like that's
what
like
were you
a
saying,
potential
Tom?
objective. Can you hear me? Hello?
Let me go here. Yeah, sorry, can you hear me? Am I breaking up or something?
You're like
here.
You're like 5
FPS. Spire is really fucking with his thing.
Am I laggy?
A little bit.
It might be because
You're
I'm trying to mess with all this stuff all at the same time. All right. My
So
internet
what's the
dropped there,
next-
but I think it's back.
What's the next?
So yeah, you're in the top. You're like the top. The next objective, if you were to just like, just go southwest, south, is the next objective is going to be the wind blade dot there. And then it would be the Ring of Fire, Minstrel, Fortitude's Embrace, etc.
All right, I'll ask the group. Do we have time? Do they feel comfortable with me getting the fragment of the wind blade?
It's on the way.
All right. I mean, we can, if we find a way to talk to the guy on the ship. I forgot his name. Maybe we can steer him that way. Get the fragment. Head to Minstrel. And then continue south. I think that's a good plan. I mean, I would much rather use the blade than use the gun all the time. I feel like I'm giving power to that patron every time I use it.
Do you guys agree with that course of action? I think it makes sense. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but also I recognize that in this type of a situation where there's so many options, it can be a little bit hard to know what is something to do. So I think that to me, that's the most efficient decision, probably. How we go about doing that, I don't know. We'll see how that happens, but I think that makes sense.
We do got to make sure that no one finds out we have this soul stone, though, because that is a little worrying, just carrying that around. But so I don't think we should tell the prince.
Now, I will say this: the prince said he would give you a ship if you brought him the soul stone. You don't bring the soul stone, he might say, he could be pissed. There's like a lot of stuff that could happen based on like rolls and stuff like that. It could be like, he doesn't believe you and he tries to try to search you, imprison you, etc. Or it could go well, and the best case scenario is, yeah, you guys didn't succeed on the mission. I'm glad you're alive, but I'm going home, and I guess we're sailing to Torquata now, and you're welcome to come.
I think our biggest obstacle right now is that we don't have a way to get around without hitching a ride. So if we can just give away this one soul stone, I don't think it's going to kill us if we give it away, and we get our ship, and then we like hightail it to all the places that we need to go, collect more soul stones for ourselves, and kind of outfit our ship and things like. I think that's honestly a better option, because I know that we had discussed not giving the stone to the guy, but we need a ship. Like, we can't be just Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy around around everywhere. We need our own ship.
Do we know what this guy wants to use the soul stone for?
He said he was going to return it to your dad anyway.
Huh. I don't know, because like if he would, then that would make sense, and that's not too bad of an offer. But I mean, if he really is wanting to do that, why would he not mind if we took it back then?
I think the conditions of us getting the ship is to give it to him.
Well, I think that either means one of two things. Either one, he's going to use it for other means, and he's not actually going to bring it back to my father, or there's a huge reward for bringing this back. And it's probably going to be more than just a measly ship if we bring this back to Abitash. So while it might be harder to get it there,
I mean, we did give one to your brother, and we got nothing. We got like a safe passage, and basically we're on our own. So
I think I did release something that probably has killed hundreds of people. So I really wasn't too upset with that. We kind of got off with the part there.
Right to jail, straight to jail.
Like I really fucked up. We both kind of fucked up there, but I especially fucked up there. And yeah. Like I'm mostly doing this because I'm trying to make up for that, and for the people that are probably dying because of that.
Yeah, but we can't help them if we don't have a means to get around.
How long will it take to get the ship, though, if we hand it over?
I mean, collectively, how much gold do we have? I have like 2 platinum and 1,300 gold. Like, it's 10,000 gold to get a ship.
I mean, we have a lot of gems. Like, I have 50 gems worth 100 gold each, and I know we had a lot more of that earlier when we found it. So, like, we definitely have enough money to buy a ship.
All right.
It would probably be like half of our savings right now, but I don't know. I'm just worried that if we give it to this guy, like,
Valen, give me a
Yeah, go ahead.
Give me a history check. This is because I'm asking you for this specifically, and maybe also Jax. Either one of you guys, give me a history check, or maybe survival if it's better. To see if you know on the map, are there any islands that are within your vicinity that you'd be able to procure a ship to, that are like reasonable to think that maybe we could reach that without giving over the stone.
I got a quick 20.
Oh, nice. I rolled an 11.
So Jax, as you guys are like going through this, and you pull out your map, and you're kind of like, going over like, what can we do? What's our next move? You remember that there is an island just south of you. It's like literally just south of you. It has 2 different names. It's called Venachua originally by like the locals, but now like the Seahawk name would be Hunter Island. And it's the island that's literally just south of Baylock. While most of it is uninhabited, and there are like tribes of relatively aggressive locals, you do remember that on several occasions you went there, and there are like merrymaker occupied villages that have been colonized, where it's sort of like a trade hub between the merrymakers and Viraja. So they'll like kind of make a pit stop at Hunter Island and then go north to Viraja to do whatever they're going to do there. So it's just south of you. It's not that far away, and you feel like there's a chance that maybe you say the soul stone wasn't there, we weren't able to get it, we failed, we survived, but we managed to escape, etc., etc. Maybe it's not too big of an ask to say, could you just drop us off at Hunter Island?
Yeah. Also, quick question about the portable hole. How like concealable is that? And like I'm mostly asking, like, is it small? Like if it's really small, would they even like want to look in there for it? Like
You do know that they do have that. They have the Amadi, the wizard companion, his like assistant. So there's like a slight chance that maybe she could like cast detect magic or something like that. Like she was definitely a skilled wizard, so there's a chance that that's like something that she does. Like she might just have.
yeah.
It wouldn't be outside of reason to think that maybe she keeps detect magic up as like a safety precaution. But it's like it's essentially like the portable hole's like a handkerchief. You could maybe make it like a scarf. Like there's several ways you could present it to make it seem like a regular piece of clothing or accessory or something.
I also say
but
that
if she has
because-
detect magic up, is a portable hole.
Well, I only said that because my homunculus servant's really small. Like I could probably just put it on him and like probably hide him somewhere on the ship, maybe. Like if I snuck on, and then like we could come in like with like nothing on us, basically. But I don't know where I'd hide it though, so like I'd have to find a good hiding spot for him.
Here, let's take this long rest we're going to take on the island. There's a little bit of stuff that's going to happen, and then I think we'll probably end the session. I think we'll probably reach the end, probably. And I think we're going to have this break because of Christmas. And we have so many options in front of us. Why don't we take that time to like think about what our next move is going to be and try to reach like an agreement over that time? Because we only have 30 minutes and there are a lot of options here. And I know it can be really hard to decide, especially in this kind of scale and openness and also the unfamiliarity of the setting and everything. So why don't we do it that way? So let's do our long rest, and some stuff is going to happen, and then then we'll probably reach the end of the session. And also, you guys do level up.
Yay!
Woo!
During the long rest, could I, or before going to sleep, try to read a little bit of the book Seven gave me?
What
or would
kind of?
this not be?
No, you could absolutely. Is there is there any piece of information particularly that you're trying to find?
Are there pictures in it?
There'd be pictures, somewhat. Some pages, it'd be kind of, not every page is going to have an associated picture, but there will be pictures at times.
I want to actually like go to Soleil, because one, I know she was there when I got the book, and ask her if we could go through it together and see if she could find a picture that maybe matches like what she saw happen with Valen's face.
Yes.
Okay,
definitely.
so give me a history check, and do you want Soleil to make the history check and you'll give her the help action, or do you want to get the help action?
Whoa, what's your history?
Probably not as good as yours. It's like a +2.
No, that's better than mine. I got a
okay.
+1.
Okay.
Vinley ain't very smart. But I am going to cast comprehend languages so I can read the text, because I know it's in the words failed me, but it's not in a language I don't think I have.
Yeah.
So did you want to roll for that, or do you want me to roll?
Yeah, you can roll and I'll give the help action.
Okay.
You could also get bardic inspiration and guidance too.
Yeah, I'll get
1d8 bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Oh hell yeah, and then guidance too.
I got a 3.
What is guidance?
I rolled a d4 and I got a 3.
So
and
I'm
then a
at
1d8
20.
concentration.
Okay, so I'm at 22.
And then with the d8.
Yes, with the D8.
Okay. So you guys spend like an hour kind of going through it, and you kind of like are flipping around. It's a little bit chaotic, but you happen to skip to a page where there is like a flash of an image, and it's a cut face, kind of like the forefront of the image, and then the background of the image is like the head is kind of like protruding outwards, and then the body's like back, so the body looks like small in the frame, and then it's a woman's torso, and then like this long coiled fish-like tail, and half of the face is this like distorted black kind of smoky evil visage, and the other side is like a beautiful woman with like floating hair kind of wreathing her form. And at the top of the page, like on the other kind of like the text is kind of wrapped around the image, it says Belaya. And if you spend time with this book tonight, you can learn about this creature Belaya.
Yeah, I would definitely, I think, read through.
She is a siren of great power that used to exist in the Feywild, but through various pacts has managed to become like a chief water elemental type creature of the Diamond Sea. She is known as the Queen of Lies, and she is associated with Madaris, who is a devil. He's from the eighth. He's from the eighth plane of hell. He is the deceiver, like the Prince of Seduction. He has many titles. And she is considered like a bedfellow of Madaris. She isn't a devil. She is technically like a water elemental type creature. But she craves power, and she will manipulate people to get it. And she'll do anything really to further her goals. That is the gist of what the book would tell you. It gives you more of like a overview of that creature's role within the higher pantheon, the higher order structure, rather than like a historical breakdown of deeds or anything like that.
Good place to start. Got her name at least.
Do you guys do anything with that information right away? Or are you going to take that and sit on it?
I feel like I would just sit on. I feel like I would just sit on it for now, knowing that now there seems to be some very seriously two potentially evil things going on in the group. I think I would just sit with that. I wouldn't even share how I'm feeling about it.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't Lily, whenever she gets a chance, is gonna want to talk maybe with her patron about it and see if her patron has maybe additional information.
Do you want to?
Okay, yeah, if I can.
I mean, as long as you can get there's you can like walk to the shoreline.
Yeah,
like on the
then I'll
far
do
end of the
that.
island, away from the ships.
Be like, guys, I gotta get some air. And go. Yeah.
Does everybody allow her to get some air? Just out of curiosity, does anybody?
Jax is also by himself, so
Get over here.
I just gotta get some space, okay?
Kiwi follows you, of course, as you make your way to the water. You follow the ritual. Take a drop of blood. put it in the water, and then kind of plunge yourself in there. And the water kind of gets overly bloody, and it kind of turns black, and it kind of enshrouds you, and you feel yourself kind of pulled down through the coral doors of her underwater palace as you're kind of like rush forward and like sat in a seat, and she is sitting on the other side, and she says, "Oh, Venli, dear, I have missed you so. Please update me. It's been so long since I've seen you. You look tired."
Oh my goodness, so much just happened. So much just happened. Somebody's gonna kill my dad, and we got the shard. I don't know if you know what the shard is, but
Shh, dear, calm down. She gets up and she walks over, and she like gets as low as she possibly can, and she kind of like holds you on the cheek, and she says, "No one's gonna kill your dad. Everything's fine.
Okay.
Let's breathe.
Okay.
And then just tell me why you're here. Tell me what happened."
We went to go get the like soul shard thingies. Man, that's hard to say. And we had to do like this like how strong and good are you thing, and had a vision of seeing somebody kill my dad. Because do you know anything about either the king of, I think it was Sun and Swords, or Belia, a siren?
I know of them. I know about them. They are creatures from my domain where I once was. I don't align myself with either of them. In fact, I hope to dethrone Belia soon with your help. And the King of Sun and Sword is a stuck-up prick, from being just frank.
That seems fair. Yeah, because he's the one who's gonna send somebody to kill my dad. Admittedly, the guy, yeah.
He is a Solastra, which is he's a Fey king of the Summer Courts. And if he has a bone to pick with you, that, I will be honest with you, dear, that's not good. But we can figure it out. I've had greater enemies than he before. And what about Belia?
So, like, I've maybe met somebody who I think is, like, getting power from her.
That's what she does. It's more like she gets power from them. She's not the giving sort. Yeah, my sister to the south. She's a cruel bitch.
Yeah, that checks out. Do you know how a person could get out of said deal with her? Or also, this is probably far-fetched, but could I like just try to kill both of them? Or like, no, am I not strong enough for that yet? Or at all, ever?
We can't kill Belia yet. I do know that her last patron broke his contract with her eventually. He was, I think he's actually a pretty powerful individual now. He took something from her. She's got a grudge. She's got a bone to pick with him.
Okay. Do you know who it is?
Yes. He was a walrus man. I think his name was like Rhyme Fist or something.
Holy shit! I don't know if Vidley would know. Would Vidley recognize that information?
She wasn't there for the flashback because like we didn't see it, right?
No, but I don't know like what level of information I guess like Valen would have told her.
What do you think, Valen? You're muted.
Sorry. Venli and Jax should know that it was a walrus
Worcestershire man.
A war. I can't even fucking say it. A walrus that killed my parents, but I don't know. Like, yeah, I guess they would know. They would know 100%. They would know who it was. That I never felt powerful enough to go after him myself. So yeah, they would know.
Well, that's fucked.
I don't understand. Why, dear?
I think that's the person who killed somebody's parents, the person who is now in the pact with her trying to kill the people who killed his parents.
Oh, yes, no, that. Oh, she's good. Yeah. Oh man.
I think I hate her like a lot.
That sounds like something she would do. That's yes, that's. She's all for the flair and the drama. We can work towards that, but I don't think that we're ready yet to.
It's fair.
That's so mean. Sorry.
What do I need to do to get ready?
Did you receive the soul stone?
Yeah.
Those are going to be very important in the coming days, weeks or years or months, however long this whole thing, this play. We are just actors upon this stage, and we have to know our parts. And it's very important that we are the ones that have the soul stones. I'm sure the Belaya is trying to get the soul stones, and the King of Sun and Sword is probably trying to get the soul stones. Every single person on Reyes is probably going to try to get the soul stones. And we want to be the ones with the soul stones. I think that is what we should be trying to do. And I think that when you follow that grand narrative, power will come. I have a feeling.
Okay. So we should keep the soul stones and not give it to anybody else, even like the pirate king or the navy or the whatever their names are. I don't know. I don't really pay a lot of attention, honestly, to names. I kind of forget them.
I've been around for a very long time. The Pirate King thinks he's God. I don't trust a man who thinks he's a god. He thinks he owns all four of these seas. But I'm here, so he can't be that smart. I wouldn't give it to him. I wouldn't give it to anyone. I wouldn't give it to me. You should keep it.
Okay. Okay. I think I can do that. I'll figure it out.
I want to help you. I'm here to help you. But you shouldn't trust anyone.
Okay. I've seen a lot of fucked up shit, so I don't really know who to trust or what to do. Anyway. And if this can save my dad, then I can do it. I can be strong enough. I can be strong enough to keep. I'm gonna keep the people that I love alive.
You're very strong, dear. You're still alive. You got the soul stone. The Pirate King made a trap, and you got through it. You're very strong. You're going to be fine. I don't want to tell you that you're alone because you're not. But you shouldn't rely on me. You shouldn't even rely on your friends too much. You have to do this. You have to do it kind of alone, but I just don't want you to accidentally lose something because you gave someone else power.
Like, accidentally lose, like, my dad or something different?
You have a shard of a dead god in your pocket or your camp. If you think that someone won't kill you for it, there's a lot more to lose than just your dad. Of course, I don't want your dad to die, and I'll do what I can. I'll start mulling about over in the Feywild to see if there's any strings being pulled, and I'll let you know.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
All right, dear. Be safe.
I'll try. Oh,
She gives
no,
you-
I will.
Good. And she rubs your cheek, and you get like bubbled out, and you get kind of like ejected out of the water. You land on your feet on the shore.
Okay. Okay, Kiwi. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. Let's go back to camp. I gotta sleep on this.
And it
Okay.
walks along with you back to camp.
Oh, Kiwi.
Peyton, quick question.
No.
Okay, cool. While all this is going on, because like I was probably like mulling around, like doing normal Jax things by myself, like somewhere else, like in the distance, like away from people. Like, is there anyone around me? Like, am I like I kind of wanted to do this like as like probably Soleil and her were doing all the research, and then like her going over to the water too.
There is somebody around you.
Who?
As you separate yourself from the group and you're kind of out in the darkness of the island, you hear somebody probably about 10 or 15 feet away says, "Oh, hello, Jax." And you feel like the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, and you immediately recognize the voice as Gibraltar.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, what are you doing here? I thought you got freed. I guess you still want to stay on this island?
Well, I only just got out, so I was going to take a bit of a walk, a stroll on the shores. Look at it. Look at this. And he looks up at the sky, and there's like purple and pink and green, like waving lights going through. There's the two moons hanging up in the sky, one that's like this like platinum color, and the other one that's like this kind of smaller little moon that kind of circles that platinum moon that's like this kind of light pink. Trillion stars. And he's like, where else would I want to be? I rather fond of this place. I thought I would take, maybe a nap on the sand before I go out into the wider world and start doing other things. What are you doing?
Well, we just got done a big battle, and I don't know. I was unwinding a little bit, trying to get my wits about me.
I wanted to let you know that I know that something happened to you. I know that you've died. I know that you've scarred by what you've seen, and that's a bit of my domain. I want you to know that should you die again, and if I'm not too busy, I'll maybe lend you a hand.
What do you mean?
Do you want your skin flayed for all of eternity in the Sea of Suffering, or would you rather hang out with your buddy Gibraltar in the Black Palace? I think one's better than the other.
If I had to hear you talking all the time, maybe that would be in hell in itself. So
I think we would do all kinds of things. Talk. Sometimes.
well, I don't plan on dying anytime soon, so hopefully that doesn't end up coming to that. But we'll see.
Fine. Fair.
I've also had enough dealings with gods and everything else with seeing my other friends and party members. And it's not that I don't trust you, which I mean I don't trust you, but I just don't know if I can just take your word for it.
I'm no god. I'm very far from a god, as a matter of fact. But I'm not offering you a contract or a deal. I'm saying that when you die, it'll be my hand that pulls you out of that soup.
Well, I'll say thanks when you do, but hopefully it doesn't end up going to that point. Do you know if there's any way not to end up in the hells like that, or is that just what I'm fated to do?
You know, I've never pretended to understand Seraphim. You met her when you died. She's the one who sent you. I know. I don't know what that blind bitch is doing. I have no idea. So, you don't seem like a particularly bad guy. So, just keep at it, I guess. And good luck. I'm going to go bathe naked, and then I'm going to go have some fun. So, I'll see you around, I'm sure.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that.
So am I. Toodaloo. You see him walk off into the darkness.
Okay. That's going to be a nice reoccurring character. Love that. But yeah, as I see him walk off, I think I'm going to now start tinkering with some things. And after probably a couple minutes go by, I feel like I would want to inspect the soul stone a little bit. To kind of maybe see how evil it is, or kind of to try to see its true nature, kind of.
Okay.
I don't want to touch it, obviously. I know what happens when you touch it, so I would want my maybe my homunculus servant or something, or maybe my constructs to help me with moving it.
Okay. So you just want to look, you want to observe, you want to look at it.
I kind of want to study it for a bit. Yeah, because I feel like as of now, Jack's he doesn't trust a lot of people he wants to give it to, but he also doesn't really understand fully what the soul stone is. He's heard people talk about it, but no one really knows fully what it is. So I feel like he kind of wants to get more of an understanding of it himself.
Give me an Arcana check. The anticipation is killing me.
Oh, did you not hear me?
No, I did not.
Oh, I got a 23. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I was waiting, and I was like, this guy's going to get an 8 or something.
I thought you were looking up something. I was like, oh, this is taking a while. This is here.
No. On a 23, as your servants kind of hold this thing for you and you observe it, you've gotten a pretty good sense of being able to see magical energy in a mundane way. You can kind of feel the energy that the world has. And around this stone, there is a void of energy. There is no energy. It's almost like it's absorbing it. And as you were watching it and studying it, you get this sort of really faint kind of hum and this almost this emptiness in your mind as you observe it. And this kind of almost this white noise kind of overtakes your mind, your brain. And it's kind of all you can hear as it kind of crescendos up to this. At first it's faint and you can ignore it. But very quickly over the course of maybe 30 seconds to a minute, it becomes so loud that you have to look away from the stone. You're muted again.
I'm my bad. Can I put it back in the portable hole if the sound gets too bad, or is there I don't think there's anything I can do to stop.
When you look away, it stops it. If you were to break contact, if you were to break your, eventually it gets so loud that you feel forced to look away from the stone.
Okay. By looking at it, would I get any inclination that I can maybe make like a tool or something to inspect it further? Maybe something I can start working towards, and maybe inspect it or like look into it further. Or would I not have any like knowledge with that?
On a 23, I think that being able to know, I think that your gut feeling would be that there would be no way for you to tamper with this thing without potentially destroying it or harming yourself, or this thing is like certainly above your pay grade and maybe above everybody's pay grade. This thing is like of a higher order of power, and it might not be something that can be really tinkered with too much. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just put it back in the portable holder and I won't mess with it too much.
You hear Gibraltar once more. He says, I knew that you were curious. Can I tell you something?
I knew you were watching anyway. What is it?
I can tell you what that thing is.
You know what this thing is?
Well, of course. I've been alive a long, long time. The guy above me, his brother, knows a thing or two about the way things work.
Then please tell me. This could save a lot of lives, and I want to do something good before I end up dying. And I've failed so miserably at everything before this, so please, I want to help save people before I go out.
Well,
I don't want to die a miserable way like I did before.
Oh, of course. Naturally, I would want something in return.
I thought you just said you wanted to chat a little bit and have some good friendly times. Wouldn't that suffice?
That was free. And a promise.
Okay. So what would you want?
I'll tell you. And you're going to have to do a little, and he kind of flicks his wrist, and this like black flame kind of forms a sheet of paper. He says, just press the line, little blood. And all I want is one favor.
What is it?
Who knows? I don't. Just something I can cash in at a later time.
You really think I trust you then?
I'm not asking you to trust me. I'm asking if you want to know.
I don't know. There would definitely have to be a lot of different circumstances involved. Like I obviously wouldn't want any of my friends or anyone to be injured. Like what type of I would need more information than this. If you could tell me what
he runs his hand like under the bottom of the page and he says, I've just added a nice little fine print. It says that no one that you care about will be harmed by the favor, or inconvenienced, or impoverished, or mentally or emotionally scarred. If there are more things you want me to add, I can. I think that covered it, though.
Okay. I have a quick thing about that, because when you say care for, I care for all the innocent people in this country. So would they fall under this too, or would it just be my friends and family?
Yes, I think all of the people in Costa del Sol would fall under this agreement.
Okay. Can I give you an answer on that in a little bit? It's been a long day, and I want to mull my options a little bit.
TikTok, Jax.
How about this? I'll come out here first thing tomorrow at dawn, and I'll give you my answer.
All right, just knock first.
Okay, I'll come back to this spot.
Good night.
I won't be sleeping anyway. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave.
And that's where we'll end the session.
Oh God.
All right, Soleil, who's your warlock patron going to be?
Everybody's gonna have some sort of deal with somebody by the end of this.
I'm kind of feeling left out. I mean, mine's like a tree. I don't know. You know,
You have pop.
That's true. That's true.
You could become a warlock if you wanted to. It's
Gosh,
a weird.
I feel like why
it's a
not?
weird
Right?
pact for sure. I don't know what he's gonna be like. Get me some cookies or some shit. But you want an eldritch blast? I want a pie.
That was a good session.
That was really good.
So 2 weeks. I get right? 2 weeks? 2 weeks. We will see each other again. In the meantime, let's try to figure out what the next steps are. So next session, we can have like at least an idea of where we're going. I don't feel like I need to prep too much. I have everything kind of sorted out mentally. But cast a wide net. And if you guys feel like, we're definitely going to do this, then that's even better.
All right, cool.
Good night. And
Good night.
happy
Good night,
holidays.
everybody.
Merry Christmas. I hope you guys have a good time. And I'm sure I'll talk to you before 2 weeks is up.
Yep, for sure.
Bye.
Great.
See you guys. Happy holidays.
All right, happy holidays.